Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the thing of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dream. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that most incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top off the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If we wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, breakers wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna start your brain, yo. I'm still starving for the straight up skill. We gonna make it happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Good luck, fellas. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rules, then you see the truth. This is the beat of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a map flow, microphone phenotype. Open your third eye, see into the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor G's in your area. When now we're top face, do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the thing of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the beat of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the beat of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the thing of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dream. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that most incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top off the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If we wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, breakers wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna start your brain, yo. I'm still starving for the straight up skill. We gonna make it happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Good luck, fellas. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the beat of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a map flow, microphone phenotype. Open your third eye, see into the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor G's in your area. When now we're top face, do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the beat of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power, touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the key, cheap, cool baby. Roll, roll, fight the power, do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power, touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the key, cheap, cool baby. Roll, roll, fight the power.
Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, ever feel your desire. One day I noticed that my life was broken. It was not me who was controlling this body. Oh, I want to know what's really real to me before it vanishes like a wave. Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride on me, the ways to make her. You must have heard it. Grasp the truth, hold it high, like the beast, that's what this made to start with. You haven't heard it, girl. Don't be afraid to listen to your own heart. Big fast sonic, that's my heartbeat and you.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing great? Y'all doing any other synonym for doing good? I'm really excited because now we finally get to go to this point where we're talking about episodes 6 through 10 of Unbreakable Iron Ranger. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, let's see. We have Speedstar in here, if we'll know more. And hey, Jagan, how you doing? Man. Been a long day for me, but honestly, I'm really happy today. Unfortunately, there was one eye catch I was supposed to get done today that I was unable to get done. And I'm not spoiling what it is, because obviously it'll be revealed in today's live reading and stuff. So here's how today's going to work out. Same way as what happened with the previous commentary stream. What's going to happen is we're going to do a live reading through the episode itself. And we'll just have a moment for like Q&A and things like that. And just me talking about the episode itself, just having a fun time there. But yeah, that's basically that's basically what's going to go on there. We're going to be doing, originally, last stream I was trying to do only episodes 1 through 5. It was only episodes 1 through 3. And then all of a sudden we started doing episodes 4 and 5, and so that just kind of ended up being, okay, we did literally a third of the series in that stream. So I was like, let's do the second third here, so that way once episode 15 is uploaded, we could do the remaining third, and then the epilogue, episode 16, and that kind of whole shindig. But yeah, hope you're excited to do all this. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So let me go ahead and just get this all set up. Dead. And let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more. It's like 175. There we go. Okay. All right. Hope y'all are ready. I'll play up a little bit better doing the voice actor this go around. I do apologize the last time, because I was a little bit awkward about it. But anyway, let's get to the start. Episode 6, Grateful Dead. As you know what the music reference is, so this is another music reference on there. Grateful Dead being a reference to the band Grateful Dead. Despite the name, they are not as like metalhead as you would think. So that's a fun fact for you. Don't know why this mutant was supposed to be here. Gramps will always make sure I study about this place. The Alamo! Alright. You sure know a lot about this place, don't you? So what's the deal with this place, then? Stereotypical, I know, but Gangs don't prioritize on education. Hey, Spud, I'm a God-fearing Texan with a big iron strapped to me all the time. If anyone was stereotypical, that'd be me. To put it short, the Alamo was a fort that Travis and roughly 180 or so Texan soldiers defended against Santa Anna. This place was made a memorial for that battle. So why go to the Alamo at midnight of all things? The script is called Necronaut. Hold up. Necro is in necromancy? You think this guy could be undead or something? Like a duppy or zombie? I don't know. I don't think Styx would want something like that unless there was more to it. As far as I'm aware, Styx says I'm a failure, but may want another crypt with my ability or something like it. Come to think of it, it actually does feel like a graveyard right now. Ben? Ben? Ben, you there? Oh, sorry. that was an awkward delivery. I do apologize. There he is, the man with the most drip in this series. This guy. He's got this dark aura around him. Ah, guten Abend. I wasn't expecting another visitor tonight at the Alamo. Hey, are you called the Necronaut? Observant one you are, cowboy. I am indeed referred to as the Necronaut. A young man with brown hair, grey eyes, brown trench coat, red scarf, and metal arms that are covered by your sleeves. By such a description, you must be the unbreakable Iron Ranger. Your reputation precedes you, it would seem. I wasn't aware I was that known. Don't act like your exploits have gone without notice, boy. I've heard rumors of a lone cyborg saving mutants, fighting monsters, and brushing off wounds that should have killed him. I will admit, I most certainly wasn't expecting you and I to meet so soon. I wagered it would be much further in the future. I merely came to test my abilities and achieve a much higher level. Perhaps you can serve as witness. Oh, he has an actual threatening aura! My aura's just sparked alive because of it. It only sparks when I'm hurt. Is he that dangerous? Behold the dark and esoteric arts I have studied. Behold at how these fallen souls. And then Rumble, and then big old hand comes out. Also, hi Luna, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're doing episodes 6 through 10 of Unbreakable Iron Ranger library and all that stuff. Come back to life! I can't yell. I do apologize. Once again, can't yell. What tarnation is going on? I have full control over the dead, cowboy. That is what's going on. With this ability of necromancy, the dead are at my beck and call. With this ability, I shall master it to its full potential, to reclaim what was mine. And you, cowboy, shall serve as the perfect subject to test on. Let's see if you are truly unbreakable. And of course, we had the zombies coming in at Ben. Bam, 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 chang-a-lang. Dora. I can't fuck. I feel bad. I feel awkward trying to do all the live reading, but I know it's important because obviously people like the live reading. I know they do. I like having someone actually read out the words and stuff when we're doing a stream like this. So yeah. What the? They disintegrated? Bravo, Herringer. Wunderbar. Your ability, that distinctive blue aura, is of a most holy origin. Impressive. That's why you're called Necronaut. You're a necromancer. Correct again, cowboy. I will admit it was a difficult task, given most of these victims were cremated. You, how dare you? These here men risked their lives and their freedom and families, and you're going to disgrace them by making them corpse puppets? I assure you now, Herringer, I do not intend to disgrace anyone, but only to fulfill my duty. What duty involves all this? Explain! Revenge. Huh? I don't expect you to understand, nor even to agree with my methods for that matter. But know this. And then we have the appearance of Colonel Travis, everybody. I'm really proud of this in particular panel. Like, this little setup right here. This was a lot of fun to get all designed and set up for. Nothing shall stop me from seeking vengeance. Nothing. Ghosts too? You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. That can't be Colonel Travis? And then bang, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. A correct mind frame. Seems that as a ghost, he has a phantom class. You seem to know a lot of the Alamo. I'm impressed. Truly I am. Now then, Herr Ranger, let us commence one last experiment. And then the eye catch. So we'll get to this, the inspirations behind that. I know some people saw it when I was doing it on stream live, so they know a little bit about the inspirations behind that. But yeah, let's continue on. And we begin the fight between a dead cowboy and a living cowboy that can't die. This little panel was like a difficult thing to get done with the horse right here, but I'll say more commentary once we're done with the live reading. Too close. Okay. Think how to deal with the Phantom Travis. The zombies were defeated easily by my aura. Necronaut said it was holy, so... Sorry, that sounded like me sucking up something there instead of like actual trains like clinging around. Oh, come on! Shoot. And then... the arm thing right here. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with the action scenes, but there's a lot more about what happened in this episode, because there was a lot more planned. Okay, if my aura is holy, it must negate Necro's power and put them to rest. But how do I constantly keep it going? Interesting. Throughout this entire skirmish, that blue aura has not been consistently active. Rather, it has only appeared briefly, yet reactivates as quickly as it fades. It came out twice when I summoned the zombies on the phantom of Colonel Travis. The other time, it was when he was shot. Yet it didn't activate when the ghastly chain grabbed him. What is this power? I know for sure this has to be a holy nature. Divine power can weaken on exercise and defeat the dead. But it seems this aura isn't of his control. Curiouser and curiouser. Then he picks up a rock. And then fucking tosses it at himself. And of course, as a rational man, Necronaut's very confused. Why would someone hit themselves with a rock? I threw a rock at him. It was a pretty big rock. Anyway, I need to find a better way to activate this. But don't you worry. Don't you worry none, Colonel Sir. I'll break you free from this. Of course, it can only activate when he is hurt or in danger, and it leaves once he is healed. Burning blue overdrive. I'm sorry, I can't yell. I do love this horse's expression here. I love the horse's expression here. It's just like... I love it. Like, it's like an actual distraught, but also just the way he looks. He's just so fucking flabbergasted. Now he just fades. Fades into nothing. Hey, X, how you doing, dude? And then... That's another great moment. That's another great panel that I enjoy. I wish I could have colored it, but like it just works really well with the simple coloring here. Not good. He's faster than me. Even if I get my aura going, I can't lay a hit fast enough. Wait, if he's fast as a ghost, only one way for true Texans to end this. Draw. I can't. Sorry, I really feel bad that I can't just yell because there's other people in the house. Bang, bang! And there we go. Cleared leather before I could. Glad I was right. Thank you. To the arms of the Lord you return to. Blah, wonderbar. Amazing. You are truly worthy of the title of Unbreakable. That aura needs better control, though, but I'm sure you will master it. And I can help you. Huh? Truth be told, I'm needing help to complete my revenge on Horrorshaw. For all they took from me, I won't stop till I defeat them. With your aura and my mastery over necromancy, we can beat them. No, I won't. Listen, I got my beef with horror show, but I ain't about to stoop to their level and using people like you do. I refuse. A man greater than me told me to keep this world safe from folks like horror show. And if I'm going to keep that promise, I can't just toss aside my morals to do it. Even if I can't do it on my own, I won't be like Styx and use others for my own gain. What good is sacrificing your morality like that if you just sink to their level? I'll defeat horror show on the straight and narrow path. Very well. Let's see whose will turns out to be strongest. A young, naive boy, or a worn old man. We shall meet again, I assure you. Off we descend. If we do meet again, Necro, I pray you can walk away from this path. Alright, that's all said and done with the live reading, so let's go over a couple of things real quick. So, this episode, obviously, is about the Alamo. One of my favorite history topics, because it's just such a fascinating thing. So, if I remember, so I need to double check something, because I can't remember the amount of days real quick. So, I'm going to look that up real quick. But, so essentially, with this episode with the Alamo, this was the one I was really excited to do. But, oh, no, sorry. But yeah, anyway, so this is one of my favorite episodes to do in terms of like the setting and also the aesthetics of the episode as well. So this was more of an Evil Dead inspired episode, and you'll see why a little bit more when I break down some of the panels.
Getting crazy.
Oh,
Let's rock.
So the Real. Oh, thank you for So the Real for following this channel. Hope you're doing great. We're doing a live reading and commentary of my webcomic, so hope you enjoy. But anyway, so this literally was just kind of like basically like so can't speak today. So this was a free to use picture of the Alamo, and basically just pretty much just like used in Adobe Illustrator to a copy over stuff. Essentially, I want to just go back and like redraw it because this is just something that I wanted to make because I wasn't really good at drawing buildings. So I just used stuff that like just grabbed like a free to use picture and just basically touched it up to try to make it fit more in the background, but it's still kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, this is recommended. This looks cool. You made this. Well, I didn't make this image itself. Like I said, it was more of a trace over reference type of thing. The comic I did make, but that image was just more like a traditional technique that like comic artists use to like trace over and use as reference by getting free images and things like that. Like I said, if I were to go over this, I would like to actually like draw it more as like my own style instead of just this. It's not bad, but like I really wish I did a bit better on that, especially because like the transition from here to here looks a little bit off. So yeah, no, I mean the whole comic. Yes, the whole comic I've made. Yes. Anyway, so on to this. So anyway, so on to this. So like as Ben said, the Alamo was basically like a battle that took place between like 180 or so Texans against Santa Anna. What was really cool, though, it wasn't just Texans, I forgot to mention, but it was just like a bunch of people coming together to defend the Alamo, obviously. But what's crazy is that this was like 180 or so people going up against thousands of soldiers for 13 days and still standing strong for 13 days until, of course, 13 days, Santa Anna breached the wall and killed them one and all. I know, I literally just took lyrics from the Marty Robbins song, but yeah. But it's a fascinating thing. I wanted this to be a nice setting for the fight because, you know, like Necronaut coming in and basically controlling a bunch of soldiers and stuff that were dead was a really cool idea in my opinion. Like that'll be a fun way of like just having Ben accidentally meeting someone who wasn't even ready to meet him himself. So just like a little fate by chance sort of thing. Like Ben obviously was trying to look out for him, but Necronaut apparently was already searching for him, and it's already the start of like, oh, Ben's already gotten his little feet wet into the world, and you know now people know that he exists, which is both good and also bad. Good because, hey, boy gets notoriety, yay. But also bad because, oh, now people want to try to step up on him. But yeah, so anyway, with Necronaut. So Necronaut himself is entirely based off of a character from Hellboy known as Johann Cross. So give me a second and we'll get let me get a video of Johann Cross Hellboy 2. Actual JoJo villain. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Let me see. Where's the clip? Where's the clip? Ah, yeah. This one. Let's give me a second.
When you have Dell
fucking
NVIDIA, you can feel it. Your needs are anticipated.
Pete's sake. There we go.
Look, Agent, I know you don't like me, but I could take away your badge.
Never had one. Kept asking, though.
You will learn to obey me, follow protocol, and stay focused at all times.
That word,
Fuck used.
with your accent, I wouldn't use it that much.
I knew.
Hey, yeah, but we're just doing commentary and stuff. Show people Hellboy real quick for an inspiration of character.
Shut up. He designed this container suit. A fun.
Now, the main difference, though, of course, is that Necronaut himself is a necromancer, and of course, Johann Cross is nothing but like a gas and stuff instead of a suit. He's a dead man instead of a suit, and Necronaut is, as you can see, he's a real gas. Anyway, that's done with that there. Alright, but anyway, back onto the episode. So, a fun fact as well is that Necronaut himself was actually, like when I started the design phase for him, he didn't look the way he did here. He looked a lot more, let me see if I can find the file real quick of like one of his older designs. Because I know I should have that saved on here somewhere. I know like I at least saved a good little bit of some of the designs. Okay, let me see. Breakpoint Ranger. Give me a second, everybody. Just trying to clue here. Project Cowboy. Let's see. These are older, so that's the. Let's see, villains. Let's see, where is he? Ah, there we go. So this is one of the older designs of Necronaut. He was a lot more like, on the one hand, more mystic, but also basically kind of looked a little bit too much like a Mysterio. And that was part of the intended basis. Like, there was an older design, which I don't think I have anymore, that literally was just like muted Mysterio colors with a Daft Punk helmet. But this was his original design and plan until later, when I was wanting to do a more cowboy focus, I decided to go with a more I decided to go more with more of a Undertaker vibe, not the wrestler, but like the actual, the actual occupation of Undertaker back in the day of like the Wild West stuff, that kind of aesthetic. So that's what it came from. And honestly, it came from like a very iconic design. Everybody still loves his design. They think it's probably one of the most dripped out in the series, and for good reason. It's a really solid design. I'm really proud of it. But yeah. So anyway, a couple more fun facts. So the Dead scene here, like a lot of the imagery here was actually inspired by The Evil Dead, of course. But one of the first color swaps used in this episode, right here with Ben, one of Ben's color swaps. This is actually based off of Ash Williams' colors, specifically with the blues and the blacker hair and things like that. So that was based off of him. But there's also other little references and nods later down in the episode. So, like, this little line right here that Necronaut says, I will admit it was a difficult task given most of these victims were cremated. So, they technically weren't cremated, but they were. So, what happened is that at the end of the battle, here's the unfortunate part, and this is something I forgot, like, while I was in the middle of working on this episode. And I already had, like, the introductory pages done, including the scene where Ben beats up those zombies. And I was, like, in a Hobby Lobby, and I remembered, because I was like, wait a minute. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something about the scene? So I went back to do my research, and I forgot, because literally, not figuratively, literally most of the soldiers that died were burned alive. They weren't given proper burials. Only a few of them were actually given, like, actual graves and stuff at the end of the battle. Like, literally, Santa Ana came in and, like, burned everybody and, like, set it ablaze. Fire. So I realized that, oh, no, I can't do what I was wanting to do, because what I was wanting to do, the original plot was Ben literally was having to take on an army of undead at the Alamo. It was just going to be him by himself. It was supposed to be literally recreating the Alamo, essentially, but with Ben in a more Evil Dead vibe. He was even going to have, like, a chainsaw as well that he would use to help him out. And also, with Colonel Travis, he was the only one that I was able to keep in, but there was also supposed to be, not just Colonel Travis, but Davy Crockett, Captain Jimison, and Jim Bowie. Also supposed to be there. And there was going to be a line by Ben that was going to be like Colonel Travis, Davy Crockett, Captain Dickinson, Jim Bowie, and then Necro would be like, present and accounted for. And it would be another reference to the song The Alamo by Marty Robbins, essentially. It was just going to be another little reference about them appearing. But then it kind of worked out in my favor that they wouldn't be that many remains of those soldiers, because that would have been way too cramped of an episode that I was not going to be able to handle. So it led to this design of Colonel Travis, which honestly was really cool design. Really proud of him. He's based off of a number of different versions of the live action portrayals of Colonel Travis, of course his actual appearance himself, but the chains and the bandages around his mouth are actually based off of the Guardian from the Kingdom Hearts series, like the Guardian that Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, has, or rather, as some of us call him, Billy Zane. But he was based off of this. Let me see if I can find it with a quick Cage Heartless Guardian. But yeah, this guy right here, the inspiration for Colonel Travis came from this design right here, essentially. So that's where that all came from for his design there. Obviously, Colonel Travis, and then more chained appearance. Also, of course, like the blue chained aesthetic of of Marley from the Night Before Christmas. Another inspiration there as well. Sorry, weird hair in my mouth. Apologies. Anyway. So that's where that came from, that whole design. And like I said, luckily it turned out to be in my favor of only using just like Colonel Travis and like a few soldiers, because it would have been too cramped of an episode. As cool as it would have been for Ben to end up in an Evil Dead situation, like an Evil Dead Alamo situation where he was just having to go up against this army of the undead, I think I'll save that for a later episode. But like I said, this was supposed to be like an homage to the Evil Dead and Alamo. Sorry, another haircut in my mouth. But yeah, so that's where that was all going to be. And I was really excited for it, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to. This is also going to be the episode where Ben would have said groovy. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. But yeah, this was honestly still a fun episode. On to more information. By the way, this little thing, keep an eye on that later on. Your worst idea for zombies. They'll mesh together to form a huge golem made of zombies. That'll be cool, but at the same time, I didn't want to get that drastic that immediately, because Necronaut is able to do a lot of freaky shit with his powers, but I didn't want to just like immediately go whole hog in there. So I just want to be like, oh, he could do this and that. So I definitely want to do something like that for a later episode. Anyway, on to the eye catch for this episode. So people saw me draw this live, but a couple notes of that. This is actually based off of an Iron Maiden, one of the Iron Maiden albums. It was supposed to be a reference to Queen, their second album. Where not the second album, no, it wasn't their second album, but you know, like their kind of Queen album where like it's like they're like the four of them, and you know, like the four heads, essentially the form of diamond shape. I was just gonna do that with and have Necronaut in there doing the hands, Ben, Colonel Travis, and then just one of the zombies. But yeah, the more I was doing it, I was like, oh no, that doesn't really work out too well. So I did an Iron Maiden album, and hold on, Mark of the Beast, that was the one. Sorry, it was everything. Yeah, Number of the Beast. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, it was this album cover right here, Iron Maiden, the Number of the Beast. So that's the inspiration for this pose right here, essentially. So I just decided to keep it to Necronaut and Colonel Travis because, yeah, they were the more focal points of this episode. And of course, they seem a lot more antagonistic. Necronaut seems a lot more antagonistic in this episode, obviously because, well, he's controlling the dad. Anyway, back onto this. So this horse scene... having been finding a horse was interesting because I knew horses from real life. This sounds stupid, but I knew how horse anatomy worked because I used to grow up around horses. But actually drawing them still was definitely a challenge to try to figure out, okay, what would be a fun way to do a horse fight with this? Because Ben don't have a horse. And yeah, so it was just, these panels were a lot of fun to do, but at the same time also like a son of a bitch to draw and make, like, look good and such. So I will say, with this design here, this yellow outfit, this yellow color scheme, I can't remember for the life of me what it's supposed to be a reference to. Unfortunately, like, there's a lot of times I remember exactly what the reference is supposed to be, but I just forget. So, like, for this case example, I don't even remember what the color reference was. I think I just wanted more yellow design, so I went with more yellow design. But I feel like there should have been that there was a reference to this. That there was a reference to it. Because I made sure that every single color swap that Ben had to have some sort of intended purpose, but I can't even remember all of them. Seems like I'm stupid. All right, for this one, this color swap right here is based off of Chris Redfield from the Resident Evil series. So I based this one off of Chris Redfield with the green colors and the silver. So that's based off of Chris. We have we have Ash Williams, we have Chris Redfield, and like I said, it just all makes me more mad that I can't remember where the yellow inspiration was supposed to be from. But you know, it's probably just from something I decided to do just as like a fun little color swap there. But yeah, also this little rock scene comes from real life experience. So this is how stupid I was when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I decided, you know, I was gonna pretend to be David from David and Goliath, and I tied a rock. I tied a rope around a rock, like a little string of rope around a rock, and I tried to recreate the flail. I spun it around, and then whacked myself in the head, and got a huge little rhino bump on my head. So it was a little bit of a rhinoceros for a bit, but the whole interaction of just like stupid idea kind of thing, it just pretty much came from that. I got hit in the head a lot as a kid, so I have pretty good experience of like how that feels and how you react. I was a dumbass kid when I did that. I was just like, I'm gonna be David from David Goliath. Woo woo woo, bonk. Oh man. Yeah, real fucking stupid ass moment for me. I won't lie. As I said, obviously, if people could tell, if you didn't, Burning Blue Overdrive, obviously that's a reference to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and the Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. Again, continuing on the JoJo references, haha, hee hee, ho ho, and the horse fading away. The haunts is no more. Anyway, on to this little scene. So I was like really thinking like, okay, so how does Ben take down this guy? And I thought, you know, there's only one way to end this episode because it's Western. And I wanted to focus this more early on, was like continuing the scene with Unbreakable Iron Ranger. At least for this scene where it's all over because of a deciding move. And I know it sounds like that's how a lot of fights go, but like with this series specifically, I want it to be more like Ben is going up against odds. Like even though he's able to regenerate and stuff, like he's not as strong as other people or as fast as other people. And so he's always going to have to think light on his feet. And so it's always like a literal like a gun draw moment, like that last like quick on your feet kind of situation. And so I was like, you know, that'll be fun to do it on a high noon draw type of thing for this episode. But yeah, the whole logic is, of course, Ben's obviously trying to use his aura, but obviously he can't do it quick enough. So yeah, I really do love this moment. It's a great moment of Ben's quick thinking and such. Also, this one, to the arms of the Lord with you. Sorry, that sounds so threatening. But to the arms of the Lord you return to. That's, again, another reference to the Alamo song. If I can come up with the lyrics, so I try to remember off the top of my head. I can't remember the lyrics off the top of my head, but I know it's one of the lyrics to the song, essentially. So there's a lot of references to the Alamo, the historical event, and also the song here as well. But in this whole episode here. But yeah, as you can tell, Necronaut's not exactly a bad guy, but he's not exactly doing things good. But yeah, this is the starting point of like Ben actually having a character that's more than just like a, you know, just like, haha, but there's someone else that's also got beef before a show, and Ben's obviously got to come to terms with that not everyone's going to be doing the right thing, essentially. Also, this fun stuff right here. You might be wondering, hey, wait a minute, why the fuck is a German using Egyptian magic? That's a good question. And you'll figure that out later on. But all I will say is that that's a reference to another one of my favorite movies, The Mummy. You'll figure out a little bit more. I'm not realizing, damn, I'm an idiot. I should have had Ben. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. He should have had a color swap as Brendan Fraser's character. Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass. That should have been one of his color swaps in this episode. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Okay, but yeah, still, point being, there's a reason why specifically it's Anubis and all that stuff. It is a reference, of course, to the Mummy movie series, but there's also a reason why that specifically, that form of magic. Anyway, before we get to episode 7, do y'all have any questions or anything you want to ask before we get to episode 7? I'll leave the floor open for a little bit so people want to talk and ask any questions about this episode. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep the floor open for a moment so in case anybody has any questions or wanted to talk about anything about this episode in particular. Off the top of my head. Okay, we'll keep it open a little bit longer just in case anyone else has any other questions. What type of hat is that? Oh man, tribute to... what the fuck is that kind of hat? I really don't know. Really don't know. It's a very wide brim hat. Wide brim hat. Undertaker hat called... Okay, so it's called an open crown. That's what it's called. It's called an open crown. So there we go. We both learned something new today. But I'm really glad because like I said, the Undertaker look really provides a really striking thing, and it works well because because Undertaker's supposed to be someone that takes care of the dead, puts them to rest and stuff, a necromancer kind of thing. It's unfortunate because like a lot of people know Undertaker is more because like Undertaker wrestler, but there is a character that is based off of the wrestler, the Undertaker. We'll get to him soon, but he fits more the Undertaker, the wrestler, than an actual Undertaker. And this is the one that actually feels like an Undertaker. But yeah, obviously, Daft Punk helmet's another thing. Obviously, Daft Punk. But yeah, as you saw in the Hellboy video, he's supposed to sound like Johann Cross. But a lot of the music inspirations for him, I forgot to list some music references. For him, for Necronaut, is actually, of course, Daft Punk. But another one is actually the song by Falco Amadeus, and also a lot more classical music. So specifically for him, is a song called... let me find it. All right, so Symphony from the New World, number 9, is this song right here.
File your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't use us last year.
Pete's sake, can I just... We'll get to that in a second. So actually, a fun fact as well. The music here also inspired the pacing of this episode. Like how the beginning of the build up and then it goes like dun 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 dun. It's like as the first zombie comes up from the dead. But also the reason why I figured out this song from is because one of my favorite games, Asura's Wrath. And specifically the Ashura versus August fight. I'm not going to spoil anything about the fight itself. I'm going to let the music play as the fight starts. So that way you guys can just hear how fucking epic this thing is. And why I chose it. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. But I just want to show you where I discovered it from.
This will do. It's just you and me. Time to raise some hell! Now that I think of it, the last time we fought like this.
God, this fight's so cool! Alright, so I just want to at least show you guys that. But I'm like, dude, that's like one of my favorite fights of all time. Such a fucking good, great story moment, but so fucking good. Like, it's such a fucking ridiculously good song to hype up to. If we ever get Unbreakable Iron Ranger animated, I need that song in the show. Like, they got William Hell overture for fucking Dan to Dan. I want this for that. I want this. I want that for this. I want that for this. Essentially, yeah, those are the main songs that inspired Necronaut, obviously. Oh shit. Anyway, back onto this. Anyway, any other questions before we continue on to episode 7, or is that about it? I'll keep the floor open a little bit longer. Yeah. If anybody have any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on to episode 7. Alright. I guess no one else had any more questions about this episode, so we'll get on to episode 7 then, which is Jerry's episode. Give me a second, let's get on with that one. Let's see, can I go to a quick and easy link for that one? Nope, so we're going to have to just go here. Going to have to fix that up on the site to make things easier. Okay, Episode 7, Witchy Woman. So, a fun fact about this episode. This is another one of the episodes that I decided to retitle. The original episode title was Got Dynamite, which is a song by Demi Lovato. But I only did it because, like, you know, bomb reference, explosion reference. So I decided to change it to a different song. This one by the Eagles, which honestly fits Cherry's description a lot better than just Got Dynamite. Yeah. Magnus Cat. Hello there, partner. Hello there. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. We're doing a live reading and a commentary on my webcomic and such. Yeah. But yeah, episode 7, Witchy Woman. Somewhere in Ohio. This episode was made in 2019, by the way. Way before the Ohio meme of like a what the fuck going on in Ohio memes. And already in this episode we have like a fucking Cyclops and a little witch. Oh man. But yeah. Let's get back onto this. Alright, thought.
What a lovely catch, my dear Eppy. Hard to find another crypt about and about.
I had so much fun. I can't remember what the witch's name was from those old Looney Tunes cartoons, but that witch and whatever that witch and that witch, and there was another character. What the fuck was that character's name? It was a big dumb monster. I can't remember what his name. But it was like, oh boy, I would love him. I'd keep up and name him George. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, is she riding a shotgun? Broomstick being a broomstick still gets me. Yeah, she is riding a shotgun. That's literally the fucking joke there. Is she's using a broomstick as a boomstick as a broomstick. I'm still proud of that. That's one of my favorite fucking things.
She'll make you a lovely bride.
Would you piss off, you old bag of bones? Back off, you creep, or I'll bite your eye out if you so much as try something. I just fucking love the eye here. She's just like, duh. I'm sorry. There's a lot of this episode that I enjoy. I will say this. Early on, their names were supposed to be Abba. It was supposed to be like Baba, like named after Abba and stuff like that. But, also the name you're looking for is Witch Hazel. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Pennsylvania. Thank you for being my thesaurus. Oh, not my hell. You know what I mean. Thank you for being my encyclopedia of Looney Tunes stuff when I cannot remember. Also, there's another fun fact about the Cyclops. We'll get to it after we're done with the episode. I know Toons, though. Yeah, you do. He does great fucking cartoon work, by the way. Fantastic dude. Pennsylvania does a lot of great stuff. Please follow him. He does fantastic cartoon stuff. Fantastic.
Don't you insult my dear Eppy.
Fucking, I messed up the whole lineup. Fuck. And then we got Ben coming in to save the day. Ben, you all right, Tama? What do you think? Shotgun one going on here, huh? Hold on. And then, pew. Thanks. Nice landing there, Tama. Yeah, I was raised by a pro wrestler. Style is everything. How about a good old finisher then? You bet. Go get him, Tama. And then tosses his sister into the air because why not? Going down. Giga Lariat. So again, for those of you who don't know, and weren't here for the first commentary, all of Tama's moves are named after different parts of Alabama. So there's a lot of different ones. There's like the Tuscaloosa Vi. I messed up that name. But you know what I mean. There's a lot of different fighting moves are named after different parts of Alabama. Eppy, my baby boy. Okay, so that line also. You know, I think I'll just talk about like the different references as we go through this episode. It's always a struggle because I don't know if I want to talk about like the different. All right, let's go ahead and just put it to a vote right now. Would you guys rather I just talk about each different piece about the episode as I'm doing the live reading, or wait till I'm done with the live reading and then talk about all the information? Because I'd rather know that. So let me go ahead and just put to a poll real quick. I'd rather just go ahead and ask that question first. Let's give me a second. Let me make that poll. Let me see. Style. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I put the poll up just right now, so you can go ahead and comment on that real quick. What you want to prefer. But yeah. Because I don't want to, I just want to make sure that we get the right thing going. You know. Go. Okay, so the response to low delay. That's all fine. That's all fine. No worries. Well, the votes already seem to be going for commentary in between, so we'll go ahead and just say commentary in between. A lot of people are already saying do that, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll just go ahead and do commentary in between, and do this episode. But anyway, so back on this. So the line here specifically was taken from Team 4 Star, and it was in the episode where like Trunks with Space Golf gets Frieza and Cooler, and not Cooler, no, King Cold. Sorry, my brain, fuck. I'm fake fan. Oh, man. But anyway, the whole line delivery, like, King Cole's like, my baby boy. Like, that was in my head. And I was like, I want that to be in there. That's what I was thinking of for that.
Once I heal up, you will feel pain as you hear pain.
Fuck. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. Ugh. Anyway. So, was that the Baba Yaga? I feel like we, the viewers, should read this first. Should have read this first anyway. That's fair, but also, like, reading it, like, if you want to, while we're, obviously don't leave the stream, listen to my voice, please. But you can read it right now as well on the website link that's provided. You can just type that in and all that stuff. But yeah. Anyway, but still, don't leave. Yeah, just listen to my voice while we do this, of course. Anyway. Fuck, I'm awful. Anyway, so was that the Baba Yaga? Nah. The Baba Yaga was said to cause big old explosions. Not whatever that levitation magic was. Files said they were supposedly spotted in the forest. Oh, that's just great. Are we just going to keep looking around the forest to find... Yeah, fucking... Are we just going to keep looking around this forest to find... Hell, man, what the fuck? Are we just going to keep looking around this here forest, bro? For now, might as well look a bit more... Oh, no. The smoke. Oh. Alright, then. I guess we found her. Shoot, this place looks like a bomb went off. What happened here? Could have been the explosive Baba Yaga. Might have bombed this place and left, but why? Should we look for any survivors? Yeah. Okay, I can't remember what the Russian word for this was because I was a dumbass and didn't leave the Russian in there. Like the actual, like, yeah, I was about to say Romanization of it. Thomas, someone's trapped. Hold on there, we're coming. And he lifts up the thingy. Tom, pull them out quick. Oh, fuck. I forgot to fix that. I have to fix that. I'm stupid. Damn it. Damn it. Jeez. How much of a beating did she take? You think it's because of the Baba Yaga? Oy, what happened? You all right, miss? Now, of course, yeah. What is that? There's hideous lizard people now? Excuse me, darling? Easy there. This poor gal was crawling some of the breeze here. She's terrified. She must have crossed paths with the witch we were looking for. No need to add stress to her. So, you are not with horrible witch. You actually rescued me, da? Yes, miss? Spasibo. That means thank you. And then kiss. An explosion. Explosion! Fucking top. I know this is supposed to be more serious mode, but also I just find it funny what the way I draw people like flying away. She's just like fucking sit back. Because of that whole fucking terraplop, the fucking what was it called? What was it? The teraflops per shit. What was it? Flops mean. What was it mean? Where was it? What was that fucking meme with the dinosaurs? Dinosaur! Yeah, the whole fucking... People with a PS5 is real to have 69 terashits per megafart. Yeah, that whole fucking... That's all I can think of with explosions. That's a stupid fucking Ankylosaurus. Just going at Mach fuck. Anyway, sorry. Me getting hit by the Baba Yaga explosion. Yeah. Anyway, so we have Cherry doing the little hee hee ho ho ha ha hee hee ho ho ha ha, And then we have the Cherry Bomb eye catch. So, fun fact for you about this. So, Cherry Bomb's eye catch here is inspired by a couple things. So, number one, the little expression she's doing with her thumb in between her index and middle finger, that's actually a Russian form of saying "fuck you," essentially. So, I was gonna have her do the the traditional American one, where it was just like the birdie kind of thing, but I decided to do that just to add a little bit of a cultural thing. But the pose that she's here when she's doing the Slav Squad is actually based off of the Runaways album. Let me find it real quick. Runaways. Let me find it. Yeah, this one specifically with the lead singer on a Sherry. So like one of the main songs for references for Cherry Bomb is of course Cherry Bomb. It was a song made by the lead singer Sherry. Again, the reference there. Also, Sherry has a rep. Both Cherry. Hold on, Sherry. Let me see. Yeah, this outfit right here also inspired Cherry's current outfit as well. This like overall type of thing, because in some pictures it's actually a lot more golden and yellow. So that's what I decided to do here, and of course, the Angus Young, Angus Young. The schoolboy outfit with shorts and stuff. So I decided to combine those two to make more of like a bad girl kind of vibe for this more recent outfit. But yeah, appreciate the Adidas reference with her shirt. Oh yeah, she has to though. The 30 stripe of Adidas, and also on her shoes, she's actually wearing the Adidas. But yeah. Anyway, back on to the episode. Like you're the Baba Yaga we were looking for, ain't ya? Duh. I've had one bombastic time. Punky Bat, hello there. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about my webcomic, and we're doing commentary and live reading and all that fun stuff. So welcome to the stream. Lou Powers, what a delight. The dumb workers here did not expect. They all looked so dumbfounded. The look on his face when I kissed and blasted him away was so, how you say, sublime. You're a sick woman, you are. When Ben gets up, you're in for a world of hurt for doing all this. Kito, you act as if I did not just kill him. Afraid you're mistaken, miss. So you willingly blew up this place for fun and try to play victim. You sick woman. Oh, you live. You must be pretty durable, huh? This fucking scene. Originally, there was supposed to be like Ben be like, stop that. But like, I'd rather this whole scene of like Ben just like, what the fuck? It's just like, not... just like utterly confused by this point, because every time he's faced someone, he's had his expectations like completely fucking turn on their head, and this one's just another one, a long glide of like, what the fuck is going on moments. And we have Tama doing the Birmingham Roundhouse, another Alabama reference there. You got strong legs, lizard girl. Unfortunately for you, I love pain. And of course, Ben smacks a bit. Just fucking equal whites, equal fights is what Tama instructed him and taught him. So that's what he learned from her. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. That whole fucking meme. Anyway, I'll deal with her. You found something to bind her up. How's she taking so much damage? I think that's how her magic works. Like she's absorbing pain and charging up enough power until she lets it out. Kind of like the law of conservation with energy. So, another thing. Technically... So with Cherry's powers, they build up, essentially. They take damage and build up. Or they could create even bigger explosions. So it's not really law of conservation exactly. But I just use it as a better understanding. Like, okay, it's basically like any power is not destroyed. It's just stored. It's like energy is not destroyed. It's stored or transformed, essentially. That was the whole idea. But yeah, probably should have found a different sort of thing. Crazy ads, 6-minute ads is what. Wow. Oh, jeez. I don't know what happened there, buddy. Not in my control there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I do apologize. I don't know if anyone's doing ads right now, but like apparently someone just counted like crazy ads, 6-minute ads is wild. I am so sorry about that, Dio. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that, buddy. Holy shit. I did not know they were doing those kind of long ass ads like that. Oh my god. I am so sorry. If anyone's still in the middle of ads and they're that long, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I only have buttons for like a minute long ad break and a 3-minute long ad break. I don't know why they're doing like 6-minute long. That is fucking ridiculous. I am so sorry, everybody, if you're having to deal with that shit. If I start ads, I'll let you know. Otherwise, Twitch is putting ads that I did not intend to put in place. So I do apologize, everybody. But yeah. Yeah, back on this. So, 11 landmine. Got it. I'll see if I can find something around here. Anything should do so long as it doesn't hit her. I'll see what I can find. Right then. You've got a lot of strength behind that punch. Punch me again. Oh, what now? Oh, fucking thing. Alright, so, another thing. This is based off of another fucking... this is based off another meme. Hold on. Let me find the original video. Hit me more meme. Let me see if I can find it. Fucking shit. Where is it? I wish I could remember the original VA that did it. You hit me. I'm pretty sure. I'm also. You hit me. Hit me more. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where does that mean? So the video's not here anymore, apparently, or at least not showing up at the top results. But I remember that video very well. Meme. Yeah, let me look at that meme. Let me see if I can find it. Where the fuck is it? Because I'm like 90% sure as well. It was like some sort of Toho related meme as well because of the character design. Toho. Let me see if I can find it. Fucking. Oh, I think I'm close. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. This fucking meme. You hit me. Hit me more. That's where this whole interaction came from. Was that old meme? I'm not a Toho fan, but I just remember that. Oh, wait, no, it looked like a Toho character. And lo and behold, it was a Toho character. But yeah, so that's where that whole interaction came from. It's from that old meme. But yeah, alright, continuing on this fight. Of course, Bench is like, what the fuck are you on right now, woman? And so anyway, back onto this. There's another explosion. Darn it, I can't get a hit again. If I do, I'll be blasted away and she can get Tama. And time to improvise. Alright. Time to giddy up. And it's the reappearance of everybody's favorite Aussie. Yeah, sure. Let the Barracuda look for the witch instead of the tin can. Guess I'm just disposable or something, then. Bloody hell. Did that broad manage to cause all this mess? The hell's the old man thinking trying to recruit a witch like this, huh? Let's just see if that Sheila's still here. Oh. Good day, cowboy. Oh, you're approaching me? How cute. And before anyone asks, yes, that is the whole fucking, oh, you're approaching me? I can't beat the shit out of you if I don't get closer meme. Even that, it's literally that. It's literally that. Again, another JoJo reference. I know. Rust making a JoJo reference in his webcomic. It's more likely than you think. And then, I love a man with guts. Lady, I swear, you're by far the craziest crypt I've met yet. Then we get to the fight scene here. Shield explode. And then more. Boom. And Ben flies off into the distance and then boom, just hits into a wall. Darn it all. How am I supposed to counter someone like her if I can't do any real damage? That aura is of a most holy origin. By the way, I'm not actually here right now. I'm actually dead. I'm actually here right now. I'm dead. That fucking Smile Friends reference. But yeah, that's also from Grateful Dead, of course. We just read that episode. Go read it if you didn't remember. Haha. My aura was able to cancel out his necromancy. It should work here. And then stabs himself. Not as painful as usual. I guess unlike her, I'm numbing to the pain. Hello, cowboy. Where are you, little man? I was just starting to have a good time. Of course, Tom makes a dumb mistake kicking her, but it makes for a sick Auburn kick dive. Look at that. Sorry, dive kick. Fucking hell. Dear God in heaven, Tama with the Auburn dive kick out of fucking nowhere. Gotcha, you psycho. Let's see you try to snap your way out of this. But as we can see, of course, one thing that I want to make sure that was really good telegraphed is to expose her arms and her face to show off when she gets some of that damage. So as you can see, her arms got hit pretty good. Also her titties. Damn, they got hit pretty hard. Fucking hell. You are not smartest tool in shit. You think I only need to use my fingers, duh? What do you... And then kiss, mwah, chew. And then kaboom, and then Tama gracefully flies away and lands on her hands like this. Good freaking grief. Give me a break, you exploding Jezebel. You are not as fun as Cowboy, I'm afraid. You may be rowdy, but you break easily. Weak little gator girl. And so I believe we are done here. Now, of course, we got Ben in here looking very stern. Very stern, very mad. What's this about a little man? Those eyes are serious. But there are none because I didn't draw them. I just drew a little shadow, but you know what I mean. Whoop! I love it. Alright then, Cowboy. Round 2. And then smacks herself. There's another little song reference there, kind of. It's a honky tonk but donk. That's the country version of basically the whole fucking I love you butts and I can't lie. It's literally the southern version of that. It's basically, oh, shook your mouth, slap your grandma. So the whole slap your grandma, because Baba Yagas are typically seen as like, traditionally a old lady. But, slap your grandma, that kind of thing. Slaps herself. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. Another fun reference. I smacked myself, but I felt nothing? Brilliant! What did you do? Here's the deal. My aura is a holy, so it's not fucking a holy. Here's the deal. My aura is holy, so it stops wicked aura magic, like your ability to absorb and release damage. Not only that, with it I can heal myself relatively fast in this state, and anyone I touch is healed instantly. Pain is your fuel, and I just took it all away. Dang it, that's not even wrong. Wait, what are you talking about? That's not even wrong. Are you talking about the way I used the bliet, or are you talking about the song reference there? Of course, Terry is enamored. Such a man, because a man fed her sadomasochism. Hee hee ho ho. Anyway. That should hold her for now. You really think that's gonna hold her, freak? What if she bites her lip or something and boom? Damn it, I missed another. That was supposed to be Ben. Damn it, I'm stupid. Stupid as fuck. Keep forgetting. So here's another thing. I mentioned this in the last commentary episode, but originally the series is called Freak of Nature, and the change didn't really come around until episode 8 when I decided things didn't really fit the Freak of Nature anymore. But, I mean, do you really think it's going to hold her freak? I mean, it works there, but if it works well here, but I already said freak earlier, but I might just change it to be freaky and change the other thing to be Ben, because it does actually kind of work. It's just the other instance was her trying to say Ben's name. But yeah, it just, like I said, there's just some stuff I got to fix, so I'll have to fix that later. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. Nah, I hit her nerve pretty good. She should be out for a while while we check around for any survivors and bodies. If she escapes before, I'll just do what I did before. Oh, hello there, handsome. Oh, shoot. Out for a while, my ass. Why did you call him back when his powers aren't natural? Yeah, sorry. So, the reason why I called him Freak, though, was back in the day, it was written, so, like, here's a sad fact for you. I used to be really into, like, like those, like, cringy horror stories and creepypastas, things like that. And Ben was based off a lot of horror stories and things like that. But, like, what I had for Ben was that literally he would regenerate, and he didn't have any cybernetics. He literally he could regenerate himself, but he ended up doing it in a lot of, like, grotesque and gory ways. Like, literally, he could do a rocket punch by forcing the blood to essentially shoot his arm, like sever his fist from his wrist, essentially, and gory stuff like that, or using his intestines as a whip. He was a lot more of a gory character like that. It wasn't meant to be like, oh, the edge. It was just more like him being like, okay, you know what, fuck, I'm just gonna use my body to the best of my ability with these regeneration powers. That was the whole point. But then I changed that, because then I gave him the cybernetic stuff, and he didn't regenerate all that stuff, so like, it was just mainly used just to keep him alive. And the more I thought about it, it wasn't really as dark as it originally was, and nor did Ben have that same ability, and nor was it like in F1 Origins when people didn't know what the hell he was. And so I decided to change it instead of being like almost like the Zoom Punch in JoJo Part 1. No, yeah, that's what Ben's Rocket Punch is based off of, like the Rocket Lasso Punch is based off of the Zoom Punch and things like that. But point being, I changed it a lot because I was like, this just really doesn't fit Ben or the tone of the series being Freak of Nature. So I decided to change it and made it Unbreakable Iron Ranger, essentially, because I thought, that actually fits better. It feels a lot more like it fits the tone better and that kind of thing. Like Misfortune from Skullgirls. Yes, exactly. Exactly like Misfortune from Skullgirls. That's how his regeneration powers worked originally. But yeah, back on this. Okay. Oh, shoot. Now for a while, my ass. Alright, Witch, since you're tied up, how many people did you kill? Huh? The hell you mean, no? The hell you mean, huh? You said you attacked workers. I never attacked workers. I scared them off. You serious? Why the hell did you do that? Because as you two found out, I need a big space in case I get explosive. I don't buy that. No, it's true. I own this place now. Squatters' rights. Look it up. That ain't what I mean. You're trying to kill us. Why should we believe that you didn't kill anyone else? Look, I don't care if you forgive me. I should have changed that ya to like you, because if with the ya there, it makes her sound Irish when she's not. She's supposed to have a Russian accent. You forgive me or not, but that's what happens when I get that battered. You can blame that sack of potato Cyclops and his mom. She tried to force me to marry him. I told her to piss off, and her son threw me into a rock pile. It's cause of my curse I even stay out on my own. Curse? And then Barry Boy comes on in. So a fun fact about this actually was redone pages I made because... So here's the thing. Cherry, I said this in a different stream, but I'm going to explain a little bit more once I introduce the other character. So we'll introduce the other character and then I'll explain a little bit more. Then zoom. Over here, half points. G'day there, mates. Been a long while since we crossed paths, hasn't it, cowboy? Suppose I should say thanks for making little Miss Bombshell easier to catch with a boss. Barry, you again? Let me take a guess and say you work with sticks. I think it more is a team job. Old Ann offered me a good deal of iron and nabbing these queer creeps. I can't, I'm gonna let you take the... It's everybody's favorite little shitting. What? Hey there, dum-dum. Tut-tut, though, you seems you screwed up. Thank you, though, for the free crypt. Well, me and Dundee here need to take Natasha Fatale back to Styx. Bye-bye! Then, teleporting cat. I can't fucking yell. Okay, Ben? Darn it, they just stopping! Ben, dude, I get you pissed off. Trust me. But remember, we got other crypts to save. Right, Tama. Got no time to mull over this. There's work to still be done. Atta boy. Let's get to it. Alright, anyway, so with that, let's talk about something. So, in the original episode... Let me see if I can find it real quick. So, the original episode, so... Let me get to the pages real quick. So, there... Oh, let me go to... So, let me go to episode 7. Give me a second. So, the episode ended up a little bit differently. Originally. So, let me show you the original pages. So, we go over here. So, these were the original pages, and we'll get to the... And we'll get started on that. So, hold on. Oh, need to get Clepstia Pink back up and running, so that way you guys can see. Alright, anyway. Alright, so let's talk about this real quick. So, we have this. Alright, that should hold her for now. And so basically, the original plan was Barry just immediately coming in and... Well, not original plan, because this was the plan. And then I went back and changed pages and stuff. But anyway, so Barry came on in, swooped in, but there was no explanation by Cherry about her abilities and the curse and that kind of thing. Because originally, I had no plans originally for where she is now. It came after this episode came out. And then I went back and changed some things for Paradox, but I didn't change things for Cherry yet. So those new pages you just saw for the relaunch I made because I wanted to make sure that things were a little bit more consistent with her powers. Not powers, but more personality change later on in other episodes, being more just kind of like, like being kind of rude instead of a creepy girl. I'll explain that in a second. Sorry. Anyway, so this page is the same, but the biggest difference though is with Paradox here. As you can see, she has titty. That's not our Paradox, obviously. And then this whole thing, you're like, hello there, handsome. Tut, though, seems you screwed up. Thank you for the free crypt. This strapping boy and I need to be going. I'll free this in. And the thing was, she was supposed to be Austrian. And basically another femme fatale type of character. But, of course, that's not what happened. You guys now know she's more of the Gremlin Cat. But what happened originally was... Let me get more of the art real quick for this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But the original plan... Give me a second. This thing is not loading for me. Let me see if I can find it. Because there should be concept art of her. Let's see, where is it? I know I have concept, like the... Let me see. I know I have that, but I'm trying to find the actual... Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it real quick. Let me see. I probably have it in the character art real quick. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure I find this real quick. See if I can find it here. I know it's got to be somewhere. Here specifically, she reminds me of Pfeiffer, Catwoman, and the Cat Girl from Shaolin Showdown. Nah, yeah, I see it. Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. So that wasn't the intent of Pfeiffer, Catwoman, but she was based off of Catwoman as a whole. So let me show you the original reference sheets and stuff. So there's also another poster that I did that showed Cherry's original character a bit more. So let me get to that. Let me see if I can find it. Is it here? No. Okay. So let me go episodes, storage. Yeah, there we go. I found her Cherry's original poster. So this is Perry's more poster. You can tell by the vibes. She was a lot more just like kind of creepy and that kind of character. That kind of thing. It's just also a lot more. She still had that oh ho 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 and that kind of cocky vibe, but it was a lot more just like manic kind of energy. As you can see here, this is Paradox's original design. She was a lot more like that femme fatale cat girl type of thing. But the more I thought about it, I didn't like what I initially did for them. And so I wanted to go back and redo things because I like the idea more. Paradox being, you know, like the little shitlet that we know her now as. Let me find it real quick. Let me find the piece of concept art that basically changed that to make her essentially more of a little shitlet. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I know it's here. Our sheets. Yeah, here we go. This was the new design that I made. No, I was talking about Paradox. Paradox. No, yeah, that's what I mean. Paradox was based off of Catwoman. That's what I mean, but not Pfeiffer Catwoman. Paradox being more goblin, both personality and appearance is nice. No, yeah, because I wanted her to be more just like a gangly kitten kind of character, like still cat, like, but like what I mean is like being gangly and a little bit of a shitlet, because I thought that'd be more of a fun character for her. As you know, with Paradox Schrodinger, that name is a reference to Schrodinger's paradox. Or is it Schrodinger? Or is it Schrodinger? I don't know. But yeah, it's Schrodinger. I'm going to go Schrodinger. Just because I can't ever remember how it's supposed to be pronounced. Actually, no, we're gonna stress test this. But yeah, but basically, paradox based off of the Schrodinger's cat paradox, where you're like, you know, I don't know if the cat is alive or dead unless I open the box. She's neither here or there. She's basically just everywhere all at once. But she was also based off of the Schrodinger from Hellsing series as well. That's where she got her not appearance, but her abilities and the whole gimmick of being a cat girl that teleports was from that. But anyway, music reference wise, she is based off of Nancy Sinatra's These Boots Are Made for Walking on Franz Ferdinand, because her real name is actually Eliza Ferdinand. And yeah, and also based off of Paramore as well. That's another reason why her name is Paradox. Like her pseudonym is Paradox Schrodinger. It's because of Paramore, and not just all. It's both because of the Paradox, also Paramore, the band. But yeah, I haven't seen too many liking cat girls. It's pressure. No, yeah. Listen, I love me, you know, voluptuous cat women, but also I just wanted to have like a little shit like cat. I just wanted her to be a gangly shit like cat. Paradox looks like someone you could see in the kitchen at 3 a.m. eating shredded cheese like a creature. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. It's like, and so essentially they kind of swap because like I said, Paradox started off as like that femme fatale type of character, but I was like, this seems a little bit too similar to Black Cat and Catwoman. And granted, was obviously influenced by them. I was a big Spider-Man and Batman fan as a kid, and still am. But like, I was like, no, I want to do something different. And same thing for Paradox, not Paradox, but Cherry too, because like she was just kind of like this creepy girl, and I didn't want her to be too much of a gimmick of like where she was this creepy yandere character. I wanted her to have more of like a different personality, and so made her more rude and like bad girl kind of vibe. Not bad girls in like a, oh yeah, you want to be square, but like a, sorry, I can't speak today, but more just like she's just bitchy, she's rude. She does have a heart of gold deep inside, though. Don't get me wrong, but she's just very like standoffish and rude. She's just like matter of fact and blunt, that kind of thing. Kind of like a similarity to Tama, except instead of where Tama's just playful, teasing, and that kind of thing, and bluntness. Cherry is a lot more just rude and just does not give a shit about what you think or say. She's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just straightforward. That's where that whole fucking in the recent thing with the whole squatters' right thing. She's just like, nope. That's not what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You were talking about what I want to talk about. That kind of thing. Also, that whole squatters' rights line is based off of a Xavier Renegade Angel scene of Squatopia. Yeah, the Squatopia, where it's just like they kept on shouting "squatters' rights," and that just kept going in my head. I'm like, well, technically that's not wrong for Cherry in this case. But yeah. So there's that. But also in the episode, I changed it because originally. It was saying that Cherry did. I mean, it did like Cherry was the original person that ended up causing harm to workers there. But then I was like, I don't know. I kind of like what I ended up changing her personality and backstory to later on. I decided it didn't work with the original thing. I was like, I gotta change this for the relaunch because it's not gonna make any sense when I eventually get to that, and it's gonna seem like, oh, of course this was edited. And granted, a lot of people know that like at this point her personality changed for the original 10. But like I said, I want to make sure things are consistent without too much George Lucasing, you know. But yeah. Also, another thing, as someone commented earlier, she does have the study stripe of Adidas. She is based off of Life of Boris, but more of the Gopnik culture. But like Life of Boris is the big deep dive into that whole thing. He still is one of my favorite YouTubers. But that whole vibe and personality is very much Life of Boris inspired. So that's where that whole thing came from. But yep. Anyway, so that's for them and that whole thing. Also for the let me get back over to the browser. So let me go to find. So Epi is named after Epitaph, which is a song by King Crimson. But she I can't speak today. Sorry. Please tell me Cherry cooks like a maniac too. She knows how to cook. I wouldn't say like a maniac, but she just knows how to cook. She's a great cook. She could be a great mama. But anyway, so Epi is actually based off of the song Epitaph by King Crimson. But another thing though, he's based off of a specific album cover of theirs. King Crimson plan to eradicate human. Let me find that album cover. Eradicate cover. I can't remember what it was supposed to be. Hold on. Album. Where the fuck is it? Ah, there we go. This album right here. King Crimson, Radical Action to Unseat the Hold of Monkey Mind. It was a live album that they did. But yeah, this like the picture of the Cyclops from King Crimson's album cover for this thing was what inspired Epi's appearance. Obviously, he has a lot more like, like the kind of like hillbilly look because they're in more the Appalachia part of Ohio. But yeah, that's also why, broomstick, boomstick. But yeah. Anyway. Wait, is Georgia saying a reference to King Crimson's song or the band? Yes. Literally, yes. So it is a reference to both the King Crimson song and the band. It literally is both. It's a literal yes to both, essentially. But anyway. Any other questions before we continue on to episode 8? Because I think I got all the trivia out for this episode that I wanted to talk about. But does anyone have any other questions about this episode, or... I'll give it a little bit before we move on to the next episode in case anybody has any more questions for this episode in particular. Let's see what I might end up doing. All right, I'm going to assume that there's no more questions for this then. Are we good? All right. So if we're good, then we're going to go on to episode 8. I was going to ask about the concept on Paradox, but you got that covered. Gotcha. All right. So yeah, looks like we got about everything there. So let's go on to episode 8. Let me just check on the poll. So I'm pretty sure that the poll results... Let me see. Results. It's okay. Yeah, people prefer just doing that thing. All right, cool. So let's go to episode 8. What If I Stumble? So What If I Stumble is a song by the band DC Talk. And it's definitely more about like Ben's issues that he's feeling in this episode, like trying to handle everything that's going on, because he's just kind of ended up in a lot of state of failure after failure after failure. And it's just like, what if I keep doing this? What if I keep fucking things up? Am I really on the right path here? Oh, shoot, we just missed. So what was Thomas' outfit inspired by? Aniel from King of Fighters. That's what Thomas' outfit was inspired by from that episode. It was inspired by Aniel from King of Fighters. All right. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to this episode start. Let's get started. Woodall Mountain, Mississippi. Easy, 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 Jeff. Were you a Green Beret or something? Fun fact, though. He was a Green Beret, actually. That's a little lore drop for you before it actually gets revealed.
Geez, I much prefer the air.
Only a bit longer, Mr. Miller. So that's a reference to Stephen Miller. So like a while ago, I think I mentioned it in episode 3 during the commentary for that episode, that Jetto was based off of the Steve Miller Band and his song Jet Airliner. This one's just straight up just named after Steve Miller and has the flock of seagulls haircut as well. Shoot, how are we supposed to get him off our tail? And then the Ironworks Mark III. I knew the later ones were Randy Savage, but I was wondering why that looked so familiar. So the latter ones weren't just Randy Savage. They were also based off of Asuka as well. But it is a mix of Randy Savage and Asuka. Yeah, anyway, back on this. He's got a new body too? Jeez. We ain't gonna run this guy with how fast he is. I gotta buy some time. Ben, are you crazy? I see. We meet again, subject 24601. The Iron Ranger, as you've been called. Foolish as ever. Pow! Battle cry! It's useless 24601. Why do you insist on struggling? Just lay down and die peacefully, said grimly. Hell nah. Pow! Error, leak detected, patch needed. Ironworks, withdraw now! Sir, 24601 is immobilized. It would be easy to collect the harpy.
Forget it. Forget them. You can't lose any more fuel.
I can't do Six's voice at the moment. I need to get a drink here. After this episode, I'll get a drink. Yeah. But sir,
leave Ironworks. The atmosphere fuel that powers you is rare enough. Come back to be repaired.
Humph. Frustrated groan. It would seem that I am to return for repairs. We will meet again, 24601. Why does this keep happening, damn it?
Please come to Brazil.
Again, this is another thing, like, even before the Brazil meme, I was ahead of the curve there. But yeah. And then we, also, that little 8 up there is for Dale Earnhardt Jr., by the way. A little fun reference there. Look at you. Just a quick trip for some more foundation, but never wrong for a lady to dress her best. Ding dong, ding dong. I'm coming. I hope this ain't for a car repair. I'm closed on Sundays for shopping. Hello. Benny! Hey there, Frankie. Good to see you again. Sorry I didn't call ahead. This mechanic is huge. Seems really happy to see your client. Needs some help again. Oh, Benny. Well, let's get you and your friends in. You're probably tired. Thanks, Frankie. Here you are. Then we got the little Dr. Oomph. Oomph. That little thing. So y'all must be Ben's co-workers, huh?
Yeah, we've been putting up with the little guy. He saved our tails a number of times. And you must be...
Oh, the name's Francesca Winters. I've been fixing Ben's arms. Honestly, it's nice finally getting to be a hostess to non-clients. Excuse me, but please mind the couch. Oh, sorry. So, you're Ben's mechanic, then? That's neat. I guess you're a cyborg like Ben, huh? Well, I suppose you could call me that, yeah. So, Ben, I love you visiting and all, but how come you can't fix it instantly? Is it not possible to do it on inorganic stuff like those with your aura? Exactly that. If only I could just control this power better. Maybe I could finally stop horror show. This aura I can't pin down, and when I can't even fight when my arms break. I can't keep asking you to fix me, Frankie. Sorry for that. Thanks for helping. I'll pay it. Oh, no, mister. We ain't having that. You ain't just gonna beat yourself up and act like it was nothing, okay? First off, that was just rude to vent without asking a lady. I know you are a gentleman. Secondly, I ain't gonna sugarcoat your troubles. You're taking on a lot. But that ain't no reason to beat yourself up over things. We're not perfect. You're doing all you can. You gotta guard gold, Benny. You really need to clear your head before getting back out there and get the anger out of yourself, out of your system. If you want to improve, don't tear yourself down, Benny. So no, you won't be paying for this checkup. You're instead going to pay me with a date, no exceptions. The bench just like, what the fuck? Huh? The whole thing. Here we are, the Crimson Court. We just went for another King Crimson thing. El Condor Pass. So El Condor Pass is based off of a song by Simon and Garfunkel, El Condor Pasa, which is literally just the Condor Pass. And I just wanted to make it more like El Condor Pass. It's just dumb pun after that. That's all it was. Dumb joke. Yeah, Crimson Court's another King Crimson reference. You know, the Court of the Crimson King. You stupid hunk of junk! You're the one who built him, genius. We have the fuel to power him thanks to Monsoon. Why worry over a few drops? Yes, we have Monsoon, but nonetheless we can't let anyone discover it. Nightmare fuel is already a rare substance. 30 years I've been collecting this stuff, collecting monsters and mutants. I am not about to let any of it be taken from my hands. I'm not going to let that cowboy or anyone else take it from me. Nightmare Fuel is such a good fictional resource name. Thank you. I'm really proud of that one myself. But that is illogical. We could have stopped the Ranger. Felinas. Okay, alright, so that's another Marty Robbins reference to the song El Paso. Because one night of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. That whole thing. Woohoo! How exciting. I've been waiting to actually go on a date together. Benny. Fancy store. And normally I don't shop like this. What I want you to imagine for when she's squeezing his cheeks is a squeaky toy noise. Just like that whole thing. Ben, let me pay for clothes. You can pay for food. But neither of us is holding the whole load. This is a day I'm treating you and you treat me. Don't worry about paying for everything. Now then, it's just you and me in this little store. We're going to have some fun together. And then, of course, we have Dwight just, like, looking down at them. I'm surprised a cowboy like you doesn't have a hat. I lost in Seattle. Was fighting against this big barracuda guy. Say, Frankie, why do you bother so much with me? You do good for your own good. I don't feel like I deserve all this, you know? Because, Benny, you're the only one like me. I was born terminally ill. I wasn't supposed to last. Lost my mother. Never knew my father. I was an orphan from Brazil. Then one day I met him. The man of science he was apparently called. Edgar Victor Winters was his name. He repaired me and cured me of my illness. I was rebuilt to no longer be bound by human illness. I was also more durable and healthy. It worked a bit too well, but I like it. He taught me a lot about mechanics and science. I ended up using my love of cars. He was a very supportive man. He hired guards to keep me safe as well. And then one day, I lost him. The only family I had that was left alone. No one else like me or was what I am. But then I met you, Ben. You're the only one like me, built like me. We're kindred spirits from learning about you these past months. I didn't want to lose someone like you. It's selfish, I know. It's selfish, I know. I just want to be with you. I get if you don't. Frankie, you could have just asked me. I really do like you a lot. You ain't alone anymore. I wouldn't mind going on another date with you, Frankie. But one thing, we can't just rush this. It ain't healthy to rush through something like this. It ain't good. That alright? Benny.
The cowboy's getting cozy with Frankie for the past few months. She's his mechanic now. Photos you sent me shows he's a scrawny thing. He did take on a warthog mutant. Apparently folks have talked about him. He's called the Unbreakable Iron Ranger. Ranger, huh? Even the Bad Moon Yakuza seems to know about him. Apparently he's taken on that Barry Idol and other targets we're supposed to go after like Loader Bays. Keep an eye on him, Dwight. He could be a valuable addition. Seems we have some common interests. With regained confidence, the Iron Ranger presses on. However, this was just the beginning of the young man's journey. The mad world that he lives in is only going to get more mad.
Go get them, Benny. I'm sorry, though. I wish I didn't have to lie. But even with what we have in common, would you still love me for what I really am? For where I really came from? And that is episode 8. So, this was a little bit of a shorter episode, not gonna lie. I didn't really have a whole lot of plans for this other than just being a little episode just to actually have Ben and Frankie tie the knot. Not tie the knot as in, like, marriage, but, like, actually being a couple. So let's talk about some things more, because I didn't really go into a whole lot of references. I kind of just went talking through this whole thing near the end. So let's talk about some of the other references that I missed. Let me go through here. All right, so let me see. So first off, this page right here, and then this last page were made for the Volume 2 Indiegogo. So these are more recent editions by comparison. But anyway, so this is actually her true backstory here. This stuff here, so this man is actually real in the story. This Edgar Winters essentially is real. But this whole backstory, as you can see, it's not real. And you might be wondering, well, why is she lying about this? Why would she lie to Benny about this and not all that stuff? Well, you'll figure out a little bit more why. No one's really supposed to know that she exists. And she, like she said, they share some similarities, but they're not exactly the same in her eyes. But that pain that she has is real because of someone else that's not related, that may not be Winters, but it is someone else. And that pain does exist, that knows about what she was and that she's her own. But anyway, on to this whole thing. Like I said, I also want to make sure that it didn't seem like it was just going to be rushed on into things, but, I wanted to have this episode be that, just having them actually be together officially and not just like little tease. But yeah, as you can see, also seems like Presley, this guy, has ideas for Ben as well. What we do, we don't know. What else is in here? There's not really a whole lot of like trivia and stuff on here besides what I just revealed. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. But double check, go back, make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, I completely forgot. So like I pointed out the Dale Earnhardt Jr. on here, the number 8 car, but I also forgot the Kevin Harvick 29 little thing on here. So I mentioned it in the last commentary, but some of my family's favorite racers from NASCAR were Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt Sr., and Kevin Harvick, the number 29 car. Also, as you see, Brazil. She's from Brazil. That has not changed. That her origin, she actually is from Brazil. So that's not changed exactly. So that's not a lie either. She is from there. I don't want to end up spoiling shit as well because that'll be explained in due time. But yeah, don't know if there's anything else in here that I can talk about that's like a fun, haha trivia and stuff. I will say before this newer page right here that the scene between the horror show company took place before the workshop scene with Ben and Frankie. But yeah, I feel like this actually works out better because it just transitions here to show the disparity, the difference between, the horror show and Ben's little group, essentially. But yeah, this is also the beginning of a little thing with Ironworks. He's starting to not like his current situation. Oh yeah, alright, so I gotta go get a drink real quick. Before I do, any questions actually, you know what, better yet, go ahead, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave your questions. I'm going to put on an ad break real quick, while I go get my drink. I'll be right back, everybody. I'll just be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink. But if you guys have any questions about this episode or any other questions of the previous episodes you want to ask, go ahead and place them in there, and I will be back and I'll answer them after the break. Yeah. Hi, everybody. We're back. Let me go ahead and turn this off. So, go. All right. So we got some questions. Let's talk about them real quick. So, okay. All right. So we got some questions real quick. All right. Was Frankie's outfit based on anything? Not really. It was just something I made up on the fly and just was like based on some other dresses I've seen before, and just took mental reference from there. That wasn't based on anything particular other than just I wanted her to have a cute little red dress type of thing. My thing was cut out for a moment during the reading, but was Edgar Winter's name also a reference to the musician? Yes, actually. So both Frankie and that scientist are based off of the Edgar Winters band. Sorry, Edgar Winters group. So they are both based off of that. Frankie is based off of a few tracks like Free Ride, which was used as her episode debut name, but also the song Frankenstein as well. And, of course, Victor Winters was literally just straight up named after Edgar Winters. But yeah, Yes, 100%. A fun fact, though, that character was supposed to play more of a crucial role. He still has some of a presence in the story, but for a different reason. What were they going to do with Cherry Bomb if Barry didn't show up? So their plan was they were going to try to like get her. Honestly, this is the thing with Ben, is that Ben didn't really think it through. He was just trying to find a way to like protect and stop cryptids. So he really didn't have a good way of like handling her. At least didn't think he had a good idea. He was just trying to be like, okay, let's put her aside, make sure everybody's okay, and as they make sure everybody's okay and that kind of thing, go on a scouting mission. But that didn't turn out so well. Ben thought that he got the whole situation handled. He didn't. Oops. That's just where Ben's really early on just didn't really have the best grasp on things. He was just kind of riding by the seat of his pants, essentially, which is great for a lot of things, but also just like Ben really was just kind of overestimating things and like throwing himself, like getting over his head, essentially. But yeah, those are the questions answered there. Any more questions, or are we good to start with episode 9? I'll give it a couple more seconds, but if we're good to episode 9, we'll go ahead and hit. I assume that's about all the questions people had from the break, but yeah, I'll wait. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get to episode 9, Highway to Hell. Gee, I wonder what song reference that could possibly be. Anyway, let's get on to this. I gotta let the pages load real quick. Somewhere in New Mexico. Okay, so according to my phone, the Gulf is a little bit away from here. However, it says there's a river nearby that could take you to get on the Rio Grande. The Rio Grande is just a straight line. Just go east and you'll get to the Gulf and be back home. Gracias, Senor Ranger. Por si ayuda. Jeez, I wonder what reference that could be. But yeah, that little mermaid, her name is fucking, what was the name? What was the name of that place in El Paso? Fucking hell. Let me find that real quick. Heading out to the Highway Jack by Judas Priest. Yeah, that'll be funny though. Yeah, it's another reference to El Paso in the song as well. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it wasn't El Paso. It was Big Iron. Santa. What was it? Fucking, hold on. I gotta look up the references because my brain is so fried. Big Iron lyrics. To the town of Agua Fria, rode a stranger one fine day. But yeah, her name is literally just Aqua. But that's a reference to Big Iron there as well. Also, another fun fact. I'll reveal it after this episode about what was originally the episode's opening, because it was involved her. But anyway, so basically Ben's just helped out a little Mexican mermaid, all that fun stuff. Been seeing a lot less of Sticks and Ironworks as of late. 3 months since I last saw Ironworks. It's all been Mercs and Hunters. And there he is, the greatest bitch boy of all. Wait, what was that? Get Senate. Take it the fuck out by Pumpkin Boy.
So, we meet at last, Iron Ranger. Truly an honor to meet such a man as you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Highway Jack.
Guess I'm a household name at this point. That Bart quote. Oh, he's such a bitch. My goat, Highway Jack. I'm glad people do like Highway Jack, though. I really do. What are you? You a necromancer? Undead? I can't fucking do that laugh really loud.
Undead? What a joke! Heaven and hell hold no place for me.
This aura, it's like Necronauts, but I ain't got time to deal with some highwayman, alright?
I prefer the term soul robber.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get some of the references out of the way. So first off, Heaven and Hell, no place for me. So that's a reference to the original myth that he's based off of, Stingy Jack, because that's where the origin of the Jack-o'-lantern came from. Is Stingy Jack. It was someone that was closed out, who couldn't go to heaven, but literally even hell didn't want him either. So that's the reference there, number one. Number two, the whole Soul Robber is a reference to the Night Before Christmas game, the DMC, the Devil May Cry Night Before Christmas game with Jack Skellington's weapon, Soul Robber, Soul Robber. But yeah, some other references before we get into the main episode. So like Jack's music references, obviously Highway to Hell, but also very heavy Oingo Boingo references as well, which is funny. Again, adding on to the Soul Robber, Jack Skellington. But the songs used for him are like Only a Lad, No One Lives Forever, and Who Do You Want to Be? Yeah. And also his eye catch also has a reference to Oingo Boingo as well, which we'll see in a second, right there. So that little pose that he's doing right there, the little fabulous little thing right there. I realized a little bit later that I unintentionally based this also off of that Nightmare Before Christmas game. So first, let's talk about this pose that Jack's doing right here with the fire coming out of his mouth and spewing out. Let me see. Good for the soul. Oingo Boingo. Let me find that cover real quick. Yeah, see, so that album, Oingo Boingo, Good for Your Soul, right there, the little pose right there. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Let me get this one. Yeah, this one should be a bit better. You can at least see that pose a bit better. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, you can see right there. That's where this pose came from. And then let me find the Nightmare Before Christmas game one. Nightmare Before Christmas game. Yeah, there we go. This pose right here, Oogie's Revenge. Like, this little pose right here was also used for that. Like, I wasn't thinking of it fully. It just was kind of, like, subconscious. But it just makes a little bit more sense. It's just kind of like one of those subconscious things there. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Starscream, his bike is literally painted after the colors of Starscream. Just more muted colors. Let me get a better view of it. But yeah, it's a little bit more, it's not as noticeable. It's like more gunmetal colors, but those are inspired by Starscream, essentially. All right, back onto...
The time has come, killing two birds with one stone. After 30 years, this day finally becomes reality.
Company's ready. We'll be getting the targets as requested over in Huntsville. You sure this is a big enough window of time to do this?
Don't worry, dear Creed. I've made sure of it.
My, this is the so-called Iron Ranger.
To think he's giving our employer this much trouble. Guess we'll see why that is then.
I concur. This guy's already dead. I know how to wrap this up quick. Oh yeah, by the way, you'll love these characters. I'll go more into them when we get more of their appearances shown. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyway, of course, we have Highway Jack slicing through things. Ben jumping in the air. What's he going to do? Shoot himself. Some say, this is a Persona 3 reference. This was not. I was never a Persona fan. So I didn't even know that Persona 3 existed. I only knew about like 4 and like 5. More so 5 than 4. At the time of making this. And there we go. Time for another Burnin' Blue Overdrive. Rocket Punch. Also, the little... He caught it, but how?
Impressive.
So that's actually based off of the based off of this one scene from the first Raimi Spider-Man movie where like Green Goblin catches Spider-Man's hand. He's like, impressive, and then just knocks him away. So that's where that's a reference to.
But not good enough. I'll give you this, Iron Ranger. Using exorcism on yours truly isn't a bad idea. Dr. Styx was right about you.
Styx.
But I'm not like other ghosts and ghoulies. Before I became this, I did an honest work murdering people. I was the infamous Hookman. 20 years of murdering people in their cars. It was a thrill. Unfortunately, predator had become prey. I was killed by the tool I used, by some punk and his girl. Yet even headless I still remained. Needing a new head, I picked a pretty pumpkin and became a new man, a Dulan. Truth be told, I still don't know how I survived or why, but it doesn't really matter. Though dead, my body and soul were intact. That's all I needed. And souls are what keep me running. And with your soul, cowboy, I will live forever.
By the way, fun fact, Ben actually has replacement hands, by the way. I don't know if I illustrated it, like Ben getting out the new hand. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm stupid. Fuck. Damn, I'm stupid. Anyway, yeah, this is one of my favorite pages set up, and I'm just gonna let it slowly play out so you guys can see it. But I fucking love this page setup. Just a water drop, sweat drop on the floor, and they're off to the races immediately. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck, man, I love this setup so much. It's one of my favorite sets of pages I've drawn. Just that slow build up, and all of a sudden, like the drop hits, and then bam, off like bullets to the races. Just like just like quick. That's my favorite things to do with this comic. Is like the brief bursts of energy like that. Just like oh. Sorry, I had a drink.
All right, let's finish this.
Wait, he dodged? Why is he holding his head?
Benjamin Young, your time has come.
To think this never ended. 30 years ago, and I thought I put an end to this. Edward, I'm sorry I couldn't stop him. Now he's closer than ever to taking this world. All we got left is my grandson. I pray he can finally avenge you and my family both.
Have you seriously given up? Who's here? You're always the most stubborn out of all of us. Who are you? I understand if you don't believe. It's me.
No way. Dr. Robinson? Susanna? Is it really?
Hello, Mac. You think he blasts white girl music on his motorcycle? Jack would. He would have like California girls playing on his motorcycle.
How are you here? You're supposed to be dead.
So are you, I'm told. Come, we have to go. We can catch up later, Mac. Also, by the way, Susanna Robinson is another Mummy reference as well. The Mummy movies. But yeah, we'll get more into that. But just know that her name, Susanna, is actually named after one of the band members of the Bengals, and which also did the song "Rock Like an Egyptian," which people know from JoJo. But also the Robinson. Her last name is actually taken from the Simon and Garfunkel song "Mrs. Robinson." Yeah, that's that. And now on to Soul Robber Inferno. Again, another one of the Soul Robber.
Soon your soul will be mine. Oh, but not just yours. Your friends, everyone. I'll continue living forever in weeping souls. All thanks to you, unbreakable Iron Ranger.
I won't let you do this. Then snap.
Oh, I thought...
Listen up, Jack. I ain't one for killing. Everyone gets a second chance to change, but you've wasted yours. You could have turned around, but here you are.
Wait, you can't kill me. You're the protagonist. It's not right for you to kill. After all, if you killed me, you would be no better than someone like me.
You're right. I am a killer. But guess what? You're already dead. Omae wa mou shinderu. And then just fucking kicking a pumpkin. That's another dumb joke. Like, smashing pumpkins. Ha ha hee hee. Oh, that's another reference to Jack. I forgot. So if you see it on his back, there is a butterfly. There's a bullet with butterfly wings. Smashing pumpkins reference. Yeah. Boing, boing, boing. The minute I saw you hold your head, I knew it had to come off. And you're talking about souls made me realize your body may be housing those souls. That cord was just a lid from keeping them stolen souls from moving on. And with that opening, I can finally wrap this up as planned. Another burning blue overdrive, baby. Prepare to face God's judgment, Highway Jack. I'm sorry for not being able to yell this shit, because this deserves the yelling. This deserves yelling. But I can't do that. No! And then all the souls coming out of him, just like... I don't feel like this often, but I hate people like you, Jack. You wasted your second chance, damn it. Guys like you can't come back. Not with hardened hearts and sin like yours. And then, whoop. And it just gets lifted up casually by, oh my dear. Aren't you a treat? Sorry, but we can't have you dispose of the Doulahan, I'm afraid. Alas, poor Jack. I knew him well. So, you're the Iron Ranger we heard about. I guess the rumors of that blue aura were true. Indeed. It seems our boss was right to keep an eye on you. Let me guess, Dr. Styx? No. Wait, no? Not Styx? Then who? You'll see him soon. My, you've been a thorn in his side. But let's just say we are tasked with finding crypts to capture. However, that Styx and you have been stealing business from us. Wait, hold on. Did a guy called Bays work for you? Ah, yes, Loader Bays. He works for our boss as well. He's not too happy with you taking his bounty. Boss told us to keep an eye on you, see what you're all about. That said, you're a lucky boy, amigo. But luck only gets you so far. Actual plot twist. No, yeah. Oh, dude, you're not ready for anything yet. All right, so let's talk about them for a hot second. So Cameo. Cameo is based off of a couple things. Obviously, off of the Mask of Zorro. The Mask of Zorro. The actual sword fighter Zorro, who was the inspiration for Puss in Boots, which people know more about Puss in Boots now than the Zorro, actually, which is really funny. But also, oh, sorry, I can't speak to it. But yeah, also, he's based off of the Invisible Man, as you could tell, with the bandages and stuff. His namesake is Axel Rodriguez. That's not his real name. His real name I'll reveal in a later time, but that's a pseudonym that he goes by. But Axel Rodriguez is based off of the Axel part is based off of like Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. He's basically a Guns N' Roses ref. As for the Lycan gal here, her name is Taylor Benatar, and she's based off of the band. She's based off of the artist Pat Benatar, and both Cameo and Lycan share similar song references, as Cameo is based off of Invisible by Duran Duran, and Lycan is based off of Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran. But here's another fun fact. Sadly, Madness is not here, but he would geek out probably hearing about this. So, as some of you know, I was a music theater kid, obviously. But one of my favorite shows was Legally Blonde. That is unironically one of my favorite musicals. I will not take any criticism for liking that show. I love that show. One of my favorite shows. And this is where it gets crazy, because probably no one's going to be like, what the fuck about this? But the actress for Brooke Wyndham in the musical, like the original Broadway musical, we know Nikki Snelson. She actually came to help out with the production of Legally Blonde that me and my sister had auditioned for. And like she actually became really close with my sister, my mom, and my mom. She became really close with our family.
Who dares to enter the mayhem?
Thank you. Hey, ERIO Art. Thank you for welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy. But anyway, so yeah, we don't really talk about her much anymore. Sad, but like Nikki Snelson, really funny woman. But Nikki Snelson was literally the base inspiration for Taylor Benatar, like design wise, hairstyle wise. Let me get a picture of Nikki real quick. Give me just 1 second to find a picture of her real quick, so that way I can show you by comparison. Give me a second. Give me a second. One moment, please. Snelson. But yeah, hold on, let me get this picture real quick. But yeah, this is Nikki Snelson. This is like an earlier picture of her, like in the 2000s and stuff, I believe. But like this photo, there's like based off of like Taylor's hairstyle, like her appearance, like her personality, just that whole personality being like this very very energetic lady. Freaking love her. She's fantastic. So also she did these workshops as well, and in those workshops, in order to get us like energized and exercised for doing stuff, she literally would have all of everybody in the workshop run around the damn building we were doing it. Not like inside the building, outside the whole damn building, and running around to the song of like Eye of the Tiger. So we associate Eye of the Tiger with Nikki Snelson. But the main thing is one of the reasons why I did this is because Nikki Snelson, unironically, was one of those people that actually got me more motivated to doing stuff. So I had a completely different story at the time, but she really liked the fact that I was creating stuff, and she was like really impressed by it. I think she said this more as a joke because I was kind of younger at the time, but she was like, "Oh, I wanted to voice one of your characters and stuff." But yeah, I don't know if she would still be interested in doing this, especially when she sees Lycan, because Lycan's kind of like a big, literally big woman. Big woman. I feel like she'd be like, "What the fuck are you drawing?" But like, literally, Nikki, fantastic woman, and she was a big part of like our when we were doing music theater and stuff, and was a mentor for my big sis. So I wanted to reference her. So that's like another more direct music theater reference. Again, I have no idea if she even still remembers me or anything like that. So I doubt it. I doubt it. But she's fantastic. I still love Legally Blonde. So yeah, that's also another reference for her, is just based off of Brooke Wyndham from the Legally Blonde musical. So there's that. Yeah, that's some personal Russ lore there. So if there was ever an anime adaptation of this, and God willing, and sit the stars align, and she actually remembers me, I would love for Nikki Snelson to voice Taylor Benatar, because that's the only voice I imagine out of Taylor's mouth is Nikki Snelson. So there's that. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get rambling all about music theater and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure no one else besides like maybe Madness would care and geek out about that shit. So, well, but yeah, that's one of the references there. Back to where we were on this episode, though. Alright, anyway. Back on here. As for the Dulan, he may be used for us. Thanks for subduing him for us. Drop him, Benatar. Oh, alright. Perhaps we'll meet again, Ranger. And then Ben's just like pissed because he's like, not again, dude. Gotcha, Jack. A cat. Then, whoosh. Corky, you're a fast one, ain't ya? Ooh, thank you. My, you're a burly beast. You must be the Barracuda Crypt. I see I got a name made. I know it well, dear. Barry and the cat? What's going on here? First Jack, then them, now... Nothing personal, cowboy. Yeah, again, this is another dumb joke, but you know that whole nothing personnel kid and like teleports behind you meme? That's where this came from. Because again, this is where I was wanting to make this part of me more like trying to make Paradox more of a shitlet. So yeah, that's where that came from. And then they disappear. So long, you punter. Unknown location. That tears it. Who are you? Of course. It's been a long time. Hasn't it, Ben? Shit. We meet again, 24601, for the last time. And that's the end of episode 9. So do we have any other questions before we continue on to the last episode for tonight? Do we have any more questions for this episode or anything else? I'll give you guys a moment before we move on to the next episode. If you have any more questions, go ahead and leave them here. And I'll answer them. Otherwise, just if we're all good to start the next episode, let me know. Yeah. Try to make sure, before we do, so while you guys get your questions together, I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss any other references or things like that I missed talking about here, though. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, obviously the whole Alas, My Dear Jack, I knew him well. That's another double reference to the whole Shakespeare. Also because in Night Before Christmas, Jack Skellington took up his own head because I was Pete. That whole thing. It's hard to tell, but is Blonde Lady also tall? Oh, dude, she is tall as hell. Like, she's shorter than Barry, but she is tall. She's about roughly, I can't remember how tall I have her. I want to say she's about like 8 feet tall. Like 8 feet tall. So she is a tall drink of water. She's a literal mountain of a woman. Very tall. Like one of the tallest gals in the series. So yeah, she is extremely tall. It's not just like slightly taller than Axel because he's short, but like she's literally just tall. Yeah, 8 feet. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I don't want to say why yet because they didn't reveal it here, but the name Lycan should get your idea wrong about what exactly she is. Exactly. But yeah, let's see, what else do I have here that's a reference? Or anything else that might be trivia related. Trying to double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. But yeah, I think I remember what this one was. Like this whole little debate thing here. It was like it's a reference. So this is a double reference to JoJo. You appeared. I joined it at the perfect time. Hello, Mama. Like, yeah, of course you would like him. Now, granted, her design's not the same here. I mean, it's basically the same. She gets a lot bigger, I will say. But yeah, this is like her first debut design, but she gets a lot bigger. Whoops. Anyway, but yeah, this little reference right here with Ben being like, "You're already dead." Obviously, that's Fist of the North Star. But this whole scene though is based off of 2 JoJo scenes. One from JoJo Bizarre from part 3. And more so Josuke's scene, like when he's facing off against what was his name? What was his name? The user of Highway Star. I can't remember his name for the life of me. But that whole scene where he's in the hospital scene. No, Angelo's another one. That also is another one. That's also another one. Is that whole Angelo? Fuya. Fuya. Yeah. Fuya. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was him. Yeah. But yeah, Angelo also was another one. I forgot about that. Yeah, but that whole scene was just basically, this is another one of those Josuke inspirations for Ben Young, is the whole thing of like, oh, you won't do that. You're the good guy. And then Ben's just like, okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm good, but like I can find a way to break the rules. And like, it's like, he was just like, no, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't do this. So I've changed the situation to make it so it's happened. Or I find like a way to change my whole thing. Yuya Fungame. I fused his name. That's all fine. That's fine. That's why I figured you said, yeah. But yeah, essentially that's the whole thing there. Just another little reference like that. I'm pretty sure there was something else they had reference to as well. But yeah, I will say this. So again, this is another person that's lying about their backstory. But like literally, this is this backstory that Jack gives. I will go ahead and say, this is bullshit. He's just shitting out of his ass. This is just something that he does because he's just a little shitlet. I made a point before earlier that he's a little bitch boy, and I kind of spoiled it. But Jack is not ever going to say his real backstory. I don't know if I'm ever actually going to explain his real backstory yet, but yeah, this is not his real backstory. He's lying out of his ass. His ass is lying. I did think at first that Highway Jack could have been a reference to Hit the Road Jack by Ray Charles. Nah, like that's another thing. I could definitely see the influence on there because it does fit the personality of him and just like being like Hit the Road Jack, Dark Knight Joker. Basically, yeah, exactly. Like Dark Knight Joker, yeah. Like, one night my father was a drinker. My brother, the Joker, he made up a story. He lied about our mom and dad. Splibbity sploot. Sorry. It just went to fucking Melvin. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Melvin, brother of the Joker. I'm cool. So I think Fool talked about it earlier about the actual plot twist with these two. So actually, I was going to make Lycan and Cameo members of Horror Show. They were just checking on the scene for Styx, but I was like, wait a minute, no, I still have to talk about the tycoon that was after Tama, because I was like, I need to talk about that, because that's a plot point I don't want to just go without doing. And so I literally changed my mind in this episode, like, no, these guys actually work with that tycoon. And it led to this whole group of, like, cryptid-based, cryptids who are hunters, essentially. Which I'm really proud of. It's like one of those little moments where you're like, I want to do this, but then I'm like, wait, no, I'm going to change it. And it ends up working for the better. Howard Jack tells me his 50th made-up backstory, and I go, I believe you. Yeah. But yeah, what else was I going to say? Or what else was a reference here? But yeah, I think that's about everything. So unless anyone else has any other questions, I think we're about ready to go to the final episode for tonight, episode 10. So I just want to double check to make sure I'm not missing any other references. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait, no, I forgot to talk about this. The original opening to this episode. So, let me get the pages for this real quick. First off, let me close all of these. real quick. Tells me his 50th first made up story. I just go, yo, lore update. Let's go. Anyway, let me close these pages real quick, and I will get the original pages for episode 9, like the original starting point. So let me get this pages colored. So there's only 2 pages of this, but originally in this episode, it started off with Ben saving the mermaid gal from this group based after Texas Red, from the song Big Iron. So yeah, you see we have here supposed to be part of a family called the Red Family. Their names were Memphis and Nevada. His name was Texas, and he was kind of cybernetic too. But then I was like, wait, no, I can't just drop Texas Red. This is a song that Ben was based off of. I can't just drop Texas Red as a one-off reference. That would be so fucking stupid of me to do that. So I'm saving him for something else. The Texas Red reference for something else. But yeah, that was the original episode. Was not the original episode. The original episode always was Ben was encountering Highway Jack after taking care of a cryptid situation. But again, the original opening was supposed to be Ben fighting off this family of cryptid hunters. And yeah, that's how things were supposed to go originally. But of course that didn't go like that because like I said, I didn't want to just waste the Texas Red reference on something like this so early from the get-go. You know what I mean? Wait. Oh, shit. I didn't even... damn it. I just realized. Didn't even show the thing. I'm so stupid. Let me show you the pages again. I'm sorry. I thought I already opened up Clip Studio Paint to show the pages, but it turns out I didn't. So let me go ahead and just redo that real quick. I'm so sorry, everybody. I thought... this is what happens when I stream too long. I get dumb. But yeah, anyway. So, like I said, Agua Fria, New Mexico. So that's an actual place. But anyway, so we have Texas Red, and he has the mermaid. But like I said, yeah, there was supposed to be like a small family. They were supposed to be like one-off villains. But like I said, I just felt stupid about doing that. That was really stupid of me to do that. So I'm glad I retracted that and did that opening instead. Where Ben already saved the mermaid from a different hunter. But yeah, that was supposed to be just more of a moment of like showing Ben still out in the world doing work and stuff. Won't lie, before you said Cryptid Hunters, I accepted Texas Red was the red-headed mermaid. Nah. Yeah, I do understand why you thought that. That would have been a cute reference there, but like I said, I didn't want to waste the reference on something that was like a one-off thing. That would have been really fucking stupid of me. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't do that. But yeah, that's about everything. So I'm assuming no one else has any other questions, so let's get on to the final episode for tonight. To Hell and Back. Alright, so I'm going to be honest straight up the bat. Some people are going to be like, oh, you really fucking referenced this band? Yes, I did. To Hell and Back is a song reference to the song To Hell and Back by the band Sabaton. It's more in reference to something else that they based the song off of, but yeah. I know. Sabaton's really kind of like a Reddit band, like a Reddit metal band, like for people that like want to be like, oh, I love metal, and they're like, they play Sabaton, and it's just more like, on the battle of this field, we're fighting on the air of our Lord 52. Like the whole thing. I like some of their songs, don't get me wrong. They do have a couple good songs, but also like it is just kind of a memey band, but not the good kind of memey. It's just kind of like generic. I don't even know if it's like full metal, honestly. It's not even that heavy of metal. But like I said, they do have some couple good songs, but yeah, this was one of those song references. Because at the time, I really liked the song, and it did fit, but, just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, let's get to talking. It's power metal. Yeah, that's true. It is more power metal, but also at the same time, like, when you compare it to other metal, it's just not as heavy. But a lot of people will try to be like, oh, it's heavy metal, it's heavy metal. It's like, no, it's not really. Not really. It's not that hard. I mean, it is hard, but it's like it's not that heavy. Like I said, it just really is that band that, like, people, like, try to say, oh, I love metal, and then they just show that. And, yeah. Anyway. Back on things. Right. So I already saw these pages, but, of course, got to go through it again. That Terzak, who are you? Of course. It's been a long time, hasn't it been? Shit. We meet again, 24601, for the last time. Styx, so you do live. I don't know why you brought me here, but I'm going to end this now and finish what we both started.
Oh, how right you are, boy. This is the end. For you and this pathetic world, it will all fade away. I had Paradox bring you in for such an occasion. 30 years I've longed for this day, yet you have been a thorn in my side for some time. However, that all ends today. It's time for one final experiment.
Boom. Greetings, Subject 24601. We meet again.
No way. Ironworks?
And there we go. That's the episode.
That's right. But this isn't the same Ironworks you knew before. You see, 24601, he is the Ironworks Mark IV. He is now what I call a gremlin, a newsbreeder monster I made. And with these creations, I've no need for other cryptids. My monsters will take over this pathetic world.
And they both scream, what?
Huh? You cannot be serious, Doctor. All this effort to collect monsters was to make your own. I've grown tired of your incompetence, Creator. Crypts, cyborgs, discarded. Crypts, discarded. You discard your pawns like a child when he sees a better toy. You blame others for your incompetence, listen to no one, and care not what your advocate, your associates, and servant. The only failure in your plan is you.
What is this insubordination? This isn't in your programming.
Correction. It is. My AI allows me to learn and grow, make choices based off of observation, and I have observed you for some time, and I choose to be my own master.
And then Styx gets fucking donated. He becomes a donut.
Goodbye, Doctor. Don't think because I've disposed of him we are allies, Iron Ranger. On the contrary, you see, Ranger, I intend to outdo Dr. Styx.
All right, good. Ironworks just killed Styx, but you could stop him. His claws can be shot, but I didn't pick back enough ammo. Used one bullet in my fight with Jack. 5 bullets left. Need to be precise then. Oh, hell. And then... You know, I'm psychic. I can just open the doors.
Oh, I got some anger to work out. All because of that thing. To think he came back to haunt my family.
Hold on. Haunt you, Mac. What is Styx then?
As you know, we worked with Dr. Edgar Winters. Your husband, you, myself, and of course, Dr. Edward Drizel. He was a good man, had a thing for evolution. Working with Dr. Winters, he only got more curious, and through Crips, he came across a major discovery. We now know it as nightmare fuel. It was able to change, mutate even, the mind, body, everything. And then one day, I saw its effects. The man I knew was gone, and another took his place. Nightmare fuel corrupts everything. Body, mind, and soul. It strips away what was there, replaces it with something demonic.
And then they have the little rush attack there. Can't lay a hit on him. He's unnerving. Ironworks was a terror before, but now he's practically a demon. If I can't hit him, how the hell am I supposed to make a shot?
Analysis complete. Impressive. You have grown, but not enough to keep with me. You're but a sparring dummy, meant to be beaten and broken.
Can't speak today, Lord of the South. Oh.
Don't listen to him, boy. You can stop him. You're the only thing that can.
No. Impossible.
Styx? I can't believe it.
Does not compute. This is illogical.
The nightmare fuel that created Styx also keeps my body alive. I'm surprised his creation never knew.
I see. You are the former personality of Dr. Styx. How did you resurface then? Question mark.
I'm done with Styx. That attack caused Styx to lose control. I finally got it back due to it after 30 years. And after such time of being imprisoned in my own body, as Styx caused such atrocities, helpless to stop it, I've had enough. Split personality? Even though I'm wounded, I must thank you for bringing me back, Ironworks.
Amusing. As if you could do anything in your current state, Doctor. I'll finish you off after I deal with him. He's gone. I've been bamboozled.
Okay, so quick break real quick to talk about some of the references and stuff here. So everything here was about planned and ready, like intended. Ironworks, going rogue, Styx's backstory and such. But the one thing that changed was Styx actually surviving. And the reason I did that is because, I always had plans for Styx to survive, quote unquote, but instead here, Styx came back, but as Drizel. Because I was like, I want to show more of Drizel and actually start having a bit more of a different change here happen. Because now it's like, everything that Ben knew, the world is starting to falter around him. Things are changing. His whole worldview is changing. There's a good reason for that. Here we have, we have the Ironworks Mark IV turret rebelling, Styx changing a new leaf, all these different changes. Everything that Ben thought was the mission statement and everything is just going upside its head. A couple of other things. So I think I said it, but two songs that Styx was inspired by were 21st Century Schizoid Man and Heavy Metal Poisoning by Styx. So 21st Century Schizoid Man, as you can see, different personalities, the manic energy, that kind of thing. But Heavy Metal Poisoning is the basis behind all the Nightmare Fuel, its corruption. That's where that all came from, essentially. But there's that. And what's some other things real quick before we continue on? What else? Trying to think real quick before we go on to the rest of the episode to talk about it. But yeah, as you saw here, Edgar Winters is actually a real person. As you can see here, same guy from the Frankie episodes. His purpose, we are not talking about here. But anyway, Edward Drizel's name. So I based it off of Dr. Styx's name as a pun, kind of a way, like a broken version of it. Basically, it's like a pun, because Styx is named after the River of Death. Styx. That's what the band name is referencing to. The Styx, the River of Death. But Edward Drizel is kind of like a phonetic pun off of Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. And I did that intentionally to show the different personalities and things like that. Also, Dr. Styx and Dr. Drizel were based off of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But, yeah. So there's that. I think that's about it. But I've been bamboozled. That's just more of a funny thing that I've had in my mind since, when I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. This one line being like, I'm so bamboozled. So that line has been that whole term of I have been confused. I have been hoodwinked, essentially. Bamboozled is just one of my favorite words. So I was like, I thought it'd be funny as Ironworks is coming to life and just using the most, not archaic, but just a word that it works, but also you're like, what the fuck? It's kind of like a funny moment, just like a way to give some humor to him there. But yeah. All right, back on to the episode. Fleetwood's house, Huntsville, Texas. So this outfit, by the way, is actually a reference to concept art from back in FON Origins, by the way. Phew, good session today. Hard to do this without my usual spotter, though. Hope Ben's doing okay. Monkey.
Good. They're still all here, like sitting ducks. Get ready, boys. We're about to go do some hunting.
Here we go. Asian style. Now dig in.
Hey, it's not bad. The Monkey Boys. Monkey!
Like them, Tommy? I got a big nose, but I can't smell like y'all. What's wrong? Someone's approaching the house.
That was exactly how Donkey Kong says, okay! Yeah, monkey. Monkey. I love how everyone's just so-called free thinkers when they see monkey.
Kids, you must be Jeffrey Stills, age 53, the designated guardian of these two. You've got quite a history, it would seem. The gator is Tomoko Sawyer, age 23. Her father is already in lockup with us. Tobias Rivers, the so-called Purple Haze, age 24. I see you have him too. That leaves the Iron Ranger, who we currently have occupied at this moment. I'm afraid he won't be attending your family dinner.
Sure know a lot about us, huh?
As I should. I am Styx's intel. As of right now, my men have this place surrounded. No escape. Just make it easy for you all. Give me the crypts.
Hell nah. Piss off, you Bigfoot-looking ass.
Guten Abend. It seems Herr Young is not here. This is disappointing. I assume that you, Herr Sasquatch, are here to do harm to these cryptids?
Dr. Amadeus Robinson, the Necronaut. I didn't realize you were allied with the Ranger.
Not quite, but it's why I am here today. I am here to help. Help Fleetwood's grandson stop you all. Alright, now let's get to some of the references. So let's talk about Creed. Creed's got a number of them, so let's get his main little appearance here. So first off, Creed is based off of, like with Jeff, based off of the band Creedence Clearwater Revival. But with him, though, his full name is Donovan Creed. Donovan being a reference to, of course, Donovan Donovan. But the song from Donovan that he's based off is Universal Soldier. Basically, like this soldier that thinks by constantly being a soldier to everything and everyone, he'll eventually make peace, essentially. But that's where his name reference comes from. Also, of course, like the whole aesthetic of like, welcome to Nam, bitch. Creed loves war. Like give war chants, but like he's obsessed with military tactics and the army and that kind of stuff. So he's guerrilla essentially. But yeah, also on his cap, if you can see it has Bad Company on it. The band Bad Company and the song Bad Company, which was also used for Keicho in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 with his stand. Yeah, all these monkeys on there. They got the guns. Also, I did this because like I thought the idea of like a I forgot. I knew I had the red expression come through, but obviously it's inspired by Planet of the Apes. But by Planet of the Apes, all these monkeys and stuff. But like, I just have the idea of like this big Sasquatch kind of cryptid being a military genius, because you have a lot of different like apes or gorillas, and that are supposed to be high level intelligence. And I was like, I want to do that for him, but I want it to be because instead of being like a super scientist, he's just like a tactical genius, and he just loves like loves like military and soldiers and things like that kind of thing. Speaking of JoJo Part 4, who's your favorite character there? Josuke. Creed and his Bad Company. Yeah, basically. Anyway, yeah, that's the reference there. Also, I think that's about it for this page and stuff. What else was there? Trying to double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Funky Kong and DK64. Essentially, yeah. What else was there? Trying to double check. But yeah, I think that's about it for this whole thing. So yeah, let's move on to the rest of the episode. Now that we've seen that. But yeah. Alright, back onto this. Back in the sewers. So, split personality, huh? Yes. The other personality, known as Styx, was the result of nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel? It's what powers Ironworks. and is able to transform and change organic matter like me. I was a fool to think it could be used for good. I am responsible for this mess. I have brought a great evil into this world. The Ironworks was just a learning AI, but thanks to the nightmare fuel, it's turned into a true brain. The Ironworks is truly alive, with awake and volatile emotions. And it was what spawned Styx. The corruption of my goal to aid humanity. My passion birthed an obsessive personality focused on perfection, the new over the obsolete. Look, we can reflect later. Let's just get you healed and out of here. No good. My body has been dead for years. I'm basically a corpse clinging to life thanks to the fuel. You have to focus on defeating the Ironworks and protecting the crypts from what Styx has planned. Use that aura to purge this virus. I promise you, Doc. I won't let my grandpa's sacrifice be for nothing. Then, he hasn't gone. Fleetwood is still alive. Fleetwood lives.
However, you won't.
Doc! Such raw power coming from him. This isn't good. Die. I can't. I really hate the fact that I can't yell well proper for this stuff that needs to be yelled. I'll run the race, and I'm gonna finish the fight. Did my aura activate? That's it.
I just feel pain.
Pain. Again, another thing where I can't yell. I'm so fucking bad.
Fine. I'll show you pain.
And then smacks bitch out, Ben out there.
Boom.
I can't lose. Not here.
Benjamin. Awaken.
What the hell happened? My arms.
Benjamin.
Glad to see tranquilizers don't work on you. Oh, perks of the quirk, really. Here goes. Guys, we're surrounded by apes. All right, she's up. Now let's get going. We're going over to Frankie's. Got it. What's going on?
You've been damaged. Heavily. Demonic power overwhelmed you. You are at the brink of death.
Wait, brink of... No, I can't die here.
Fear not. You still live, Ben. You still live. However, this Ironworks, it is an anomaly like you now. Its birth was from evil. Its blood, venom. Not a demon, but demonic energies in him. To stop him, you need divine intervention.
Who are you?
I am Phenomenon. Calculations complete. It seems that punch prevented his aura from activating. How fortunate. Many discoveries today, and many more to be made after this is done. He's been still for some time. Perhaps he died. But 24601, you are beyond the bounds of normality. A freak of nature.
A reference to the old title.
I must be thorough, unlike my creator.
So, fun fact about the beyond the bounds of normality. That was actually a line from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Abridged by Antfish. Straight up, that's a line that's used in there that he did for Dio. And then we have Ben's new outfit, which is very much inspired by Ash Williams and the Lone Ranger. Fun fact. And also Cyborg 009.
Still alive then. With a new attire. Very well. I don't know what you hope to achieve, but I'll play your game. Fire straight in the neck. I ain't messing around anymore, Ironworks. And then wraps it around his arm. Illogical. Impossible. Grand Rodeo. Overdrive. I really hate the fact that I can't yell this shit. And then snap, and then... And that's where it all ties together to the story of Beowulf. So what I mean by that is, so Ben's story is based off of Beowulf. And at the end when he fights Grendel, which in this case is Ironworks, Beowulf defeats Grendel by ripping off his left arm. And basically that's what happens there and how he wins that whole fight. To think that this is what Nightmare Fuel is capable of. I promise you in the dock. Ironworks, I'll help you, Ironworks. You don't deserve this life either. Damn you, Iron Ranger. I can't feel bad doing that. How dare you, you insolent fool. This isn't the end, 24601. This is just the beginning. You may have set back my plans today, but this world will meet its end. Paradox, retrieve Ironworks. I wish I could yell this shit, man. Got a chief. Also, again, this is such a stupid thing, because normally this is like, oh yeah, got a chief. This is actually based off of a fucking Simpsons YouTube poop, where it's like, the chief's like, got a chief, and he holds a bag of marijuana. He's showing it to Ned Flanders, and instead of him doing his normal scream, it literally pitches the tone of like Ned Flanders' scream to go like, ooh, to that one Dr. Dre song. Again, I feel bad that some of these are like what are normal lines that like normal people would say. My brain just like came up with like putting that in because of something else. Just try it, Sticks. I ain't scared of you or your goons. And tell Drizel, I'll make things right. This ain't over yet. I'll make this all right. Count on it. Please run by me what happened in the old base. So, the Ranger Tour managed to rip off the arm of Ironworks, and Styx got a hole in him and acted weird. Monsoon healed him up and gave Ironworks more fuel, but Styx left for some reason. He was really off. Sounded different, too. Creed wasn't able to capture the mutants either. He left with Styx, which leaves you in charge now. About time that old coot left. I had to put up with this nonsense long enough. Now with him gone, we can actually start making progress. Huh? You're happy Dr. Styx is gone now, Dr. Arachne? Oh, very much so, Miss Schrodinger. I only aided the doctor to gain more knowledge in nightmare fuel. We are, however, needing to get a new mechanic for the Ironworks. I'll have Barry go and find us a new one. So, what's the plan about the Ranger? Oh, he'll be dealt with. I just need to call an old friend of mine. Dr. Kansas Arachne, Mother of Monsters. And that's the end of episode 10. There's only about 6 more episodes left on Unbreakable Iron Ranger. The next 5 will be released in the coming weeks, and episode 16 will be out on the 19th. But yeah, any questions before we officially end off things and stuff? I'm going to make sure I'm not missing any other references or information. I will say, though, this episode was made during 2020, during when COVID was happening. So that definitely led to some moments being a little bit more messy and not as good. Because I was still getting used to drawing on my iPad here and there. Like this scene, for an example, this was kind of really fucky. But yeah, during COVID, I definitely got stressed out because of everything that was going on. It really showed in some of the artwork here. I will be honest. But yeah, I'm really happy with this episode because holy shit, 10 episodes after constantly rebooting and shit. And yet here we are finally at episode 10 with all these big twists and reveals and such. I'm still really proud of this episode even years later. But yeah, any other questions you guys have about this episode or anything else that you want me to talk about? Anything like that? I'll leave the floor open for a moment just to let you guys ask any questions and stuff.
At the moment, I love Finn. Oh, yeah, Phenomena. I completely forgot to talk about the music references for him. So, yeah, that's the it's one of the bigger twists in this episode is that we finally figure out what the source of Ben's aura is. Is whatever this thing is. I mean, I know what he is, obviously, but, like, you'll figure it out in the next couple of episodes what he actually is. But, Phenomenon. So his name is actually based off of the two songs that are both named Phenomenon. One by Toby Mac, who is a former band member of DC Talk, and the other one is named after is a song by Thousand Foot Crutch. So there's that. But his design, obviously, as you can see, very much Transformers based. As you can see with the helmet, he looks kind of like Optimus Prime with the way that his helmet is designed and such. But yeah, his mask though, the little dots on there, they're a mix of like mixed off of Toa and Toa Anua's masks, and the way the dots are lined. It's more based off of that. But yeah, so basically another thing, Phenomenon's design, the way that he's designed there is actually based to be more looking like a generator, like a living generator robot essentially. So that's what he's designed to look like. Also, with these pages, these are manga inspired for a reason because they're inside, Ben's deep psyche and such. So I did that as an intentional art direction change to make it seem like we're not in the land of the living at the moment. But yeah, let me just make sure I'm not missing any other references and stuff. Obviously, I talked about the Beowulf stuff here. But yeah, oh wait, yeah, this one right here. So Grand Rodeo. This is actually a reference to the band Grand Rodeo, who do a lot of the openings for the recent Netflix Baki anime. I started watching the show like in 2018, like 2019 was when I was first officially started watching the show. While I was watching over my dog Groot when we got him as a puppy. So yeah, fun memories there. But yeah, that's about. Let me double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. If you guys have any other questions, you can go ahead and drop them. Like, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything else I want to talk about here. Let me double check. I think I got it. Phenomena just kind of gave me Optimus Prime vibe. Yeah, like I said, his initial design was based off of Optimus Prime and that sort of like Convoy Prime look, essentially. But yeah, also, fun fact, there was like a bunch of different designs I had with Phenomenon. I don't think I have them on me, but he looked very different. Like, I was trying to take the stand approach, like how stands looked in JoJo. There was a ton of different designs. I was trying to figure out what he would look like, and I'll get to it more once what he is revealed to be, because I didn't know how to translate this, because I want to make my own unique take on this certain species. But yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure there's any other moments that make sure I got everything trivia-wise. I think I might have gotten everything on here. Honestly, yeah. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining. Like I said, be free to you can read these on your own time on the website, cripsandcowboys.com. Please. No, it's based off... Oh, there's one more question. It's not if you're based off anything in particular. So it is based off of Mutagen from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's 100% based off of like TMNT. TMNT is Mutagen. So yeah, I forgot to say that since you just brought in that question. But yeah, all right. But for real though, thank you guys for joining the stream. I'm really enjoying doing these commentaries. But yeah, the next one won't happen for a bit. It will happen once episode 15's out, and we'll talk about episodes 11 through 15. And then we'll have one final commentary for episode 16 once that's out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me for these commentaries. Be free to read this on your own on cripsandcowboys.com. Please be sure to recommend this and show this to your buddies, your friends. But yeah.